What's going on? What's going on, fam? How is everybody? Miss B said I'm here on time. Good evening, Miss B. How you be? Oh my goodness. Is your Friday going well? Hey everybody, come on in, come on in. We're gonna talk about it. Hey, as you guys come into the live, hit that like button, hit that share button, and let's let everybody know we're on. Yep. Let's let everybody know we're on. Hey, Kim Howard, what's going on? All right. Y'all come on in. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope y'all having a good day. Good evening. Guys, to number 2. Y'all having a good Friday? Hey, Tanisha, happy Friday. Yes. Hey, Cheryl J. Kim is on. It's on tonight. Ocean City, Maryland. Hey, Corn Slick. Yeah, Miss B, we back. Hey, Miss Jam, caregiving, speak out. Hey, Dewana Johnson, what's going on? What? She was hollering last night because she was sick. Oh, she is wanting to eat from the master's table. Well, that's where the good food is. Hey, Black Queen, what's going on? What's going on? Toledo, Ohio, what's happening? All right. Hey, Jenny Holiday, it's been a minute. Good to see you. LW is all the way from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Yeah, Tonisha, she's feeling better. It took us till maybe about 2 this morning. She I guess everything got out of her system, and she was able to lay down and rest, and would you allow her to lay down and rest? Where see you keep interrupting my lives, you might as well be seen. Ah, look at this baby. Look at this baby. Look at this baby. Let them see you, pumpkin monkey. Oh, Mandy. All right. Oh, pumpkin. Boy, she is eating whatever you gave her. I hope it don't upset your stomach again. Go on over there and get you some more. Call her, Brandon. Baby, Mandy, Mandy, Mandy. There she go. Isn't she cute? Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. All right, who we got? Pennhurst, North Carolina is in the house. Now, everybody know about North Carolina, but Pennhurst, I didn't know about a city with that name, but that's all right. Clarissa Person. All right, I'm so glad you're here. Black Queen. Black Queen says she really wants a dog, but she's afraid of dogs. Well, as everybody is coming on in and we're getting settled, as you come in, let me know where you are. Let me know where you are. Let me know where you're coming in from. I always love to know where people are from. If you're okay with it, if you don't want to tell, you don't have to. It's okay. As everybody is coming in and we're getting situated and settled to get started, let me say, give my disclaimers and everything. As you guys come into the live, please, if you don't mind, hit the like button, hit the share button. That will allow people to know that we're over here talking about the doggone thing, and hopefully encourage others to come on in and check us out and see what we got going. So if y'all would do that for me, hit that like button, hit that share button, and let's make it happen tonight, okay? Dallas, Texas, God needs number 2. All right. Y'all excuse me, from last night to tonight, I got a little hoarseness going on, but it wasn't going to stop me from coming on here. We're going to talk about it. Michigan. All right. I know people that live in Michigan. Oh man, it's been a minute. I can't remember the city. Oh man, I can't remember the city, but I know some folks that live in parts of Michigan. Clearwater, Florida. I know where that is. Let me tell y'all about Florida. Florida got in where did I go? Oh, that mercy. It wasn't Fort Lauderdale. I was in Fort Lauderdale. There is a restaurant down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that was started by this black man, a black family or something. But they black. I think white people may have bought it by now and own it. But what I thought was unique was they kept the pictures on the wall of the original owners of the restaurant, and they specialize in seafood. And for the first time in my life, I ate a snow crab that was white. And I don't know what kind of snow crab that was. I just know that meat was tender and delicious. I mean, I don't know what kind of what was that, garlic butter sauce they had on the outside of them things, but y'all, I'm telling you, it was a beast. All right. All right, so that's Clearwater, Florida, Patterson, New Jersey, Columbus, Ohio, Montgomery, Illinois is outside of Chicago. Okay, maybe. Okay. Hey, Renee from Houston, Texas. Queen B is from Dallas, Texas. Mesquite, Miss Janet Holiday. Mesquite, Texas is where my family lives. Last name Carter. They just renamed a middle school up there after my aunt. It is now named the Edith J. Smith Middle School. That's right. That's right. My auntie was somebody and a part of the Black Panther Party. That's where I must get my rabble rousing from. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Is y'all cold? Because I think that area up there is cold. And y'all cold up there? Kim Howard. Okay, she said she's from Patterson, New Jersey. All right, Columbus, Ohio. I love crab too. Yes, ma'am. Hey, y'all, Amber, the original. Queen B, you live in Mystique too? It's a nice place. It's a nice place. Everybody thinks of Dallas and Houston and Austin, but y'all got these little small name communities that got a lot going on in Texas. Got a lot going on. All right, y'all. I think we got enough people that's in and watching that we can go ahead on and get started. How's everybody doing? What's going on? Millie Ali. My son, part of my son's middle name is Ali. Brandon Ladon Ali Thomas. What you say? Janet, you know where that school is? That school has been named. That name on that building belongs to my very own auntie, Edith May Carter. That's my mama's sister. It's my mama's sister. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Amanda NBS says, yes, we're cold. Whoa. 6 to 14 inches of snow. Ooh. Well, guess what we got right down here in the Delta of Mississippi, the around Delta of Mississippi. Guess what the temperature is down here? Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to guess? On December the 10th, where it's supposed to be cold everywhere but in the Bahamas. Baby, it got up to 80 degrees today. Woo. That's right, Tonisha. Tornadoes. Amanda, you close, baby. You said 85. You said 85. You close. Yeah. Yeah, Tawana. We got a bad storm that's getting ready to head this way. So tomorrow I gotta put on my mayor's hat and make sure I know where everything is going and going to be and all that kind of stuff, so I can make sure that my citizens get the proper information so they can get ready and be prepared. So usually, that situation that happened to us in June with the flood, that was a unique situation. We haven't had a flood like that here since back in I think when I was born, 71 or something like that, they told me. So that's a long time. But this climate change thing is happening. So things are coming more often and more powerful. So we just gotta, get informed and get prepared and be ready. All right. It's raining in Toledo. Oh my. Oh my. Well, ours is coming. All right, good people, let's get in. Let's go in. Listen, as y'all come in, hit the like button, hit the share. All right. I appreciate it so much. And y'all know what I say. We're over here. My favorite phrase is shits and giggles. We over here to be messy and to have fun, right? And that's what we're going to do. Even when we're talking about serious situation, this channel is here for us to talk about and discuss issues that are happening, whether they are serious or whether they are just funny, comical. We're going to have some fun. But either way, we're going to talk about it intelligently. We're going to get something out of it that we can use to help ourselves as well as share to others to help uplift them. And we're going to have some fun. Even when we're talking about serious stuff over here, we're going to throw in a little something to make you laugh. You know what I'm saying? Laughter is good for the soul, right? It's good for the soul. All right. Barbara, I believe. You saw me on YouTube at a funeral? Well, let me say this. That very well may be possible. Barbara. Hold on one second. On YouTube, hold on one second. Let me look this up right quick and see right quick. Hold on. I don't remember a Barbara. But you never know. I attend a lot of them. Huh. Okay. All right. Well, hey, I hope I was looking good. But listen, come on in, participate. I don't mind your comments in the comment section. As a matter of fact, I love it. I'm welcoming it. Come on in and let's talk about it. But listen, we don't always agree. We don't always see things the same way, and that's okay. Tell me I don't agree with that, Matty. No, I don't see it that way. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing. We can disagree respectfully. All right. So if you feel like you got to cut somebody out and you got to attack somebody personal just to state your opinion, I'm going to need you to find another channel to do that at, because we don't do that over here. We're a part of the congregation and the jury when we have to be. So if you want to come in and have fun and have some good entertainment and be a part of that, come on in. You're welcome. All right. All right. So we came back tonight to talk about Martel and Melody Hope. Martel and Melody Hope. Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Now, what y'all think about Martel? I saw that reunion. I've seen the whole episode. I've watched it for the past 3 seasons. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love this show. I love this show. The one thing that makes me love this show is, to me, the reactions to the situations that are happening seem a little bit more realistic to me. He's a clown. Well, now I think y'all gonna come at me hard tonight. I think y'all about to come at me hard tonight. So if for some reason there is somebody in here watching and you don't know about this show, Love and Marriage Huntsville is a reality TV show on the OWN network that features 1, 2, 3 couples, 6 people, 3 couples, and their friends and family. And it's based out of Huntsville, Alabama. I feel like they are a perfect couple. They both are extra. They belong together. Teresa Green, he likes to have a wife and a girlfriend too. What you say? What you say? Now, hey, M. King, I know, baby, you from Memphis. I know you from Memphis. Tanisha said, don't do it, ma'am. Don't do it. They react to me they have to me a more realistic response to things. I like Martel. Uh-oh, don't y'all run away. Don't run away. I like Martel. I like Martel because no matter what tomfoolery falls out of his mouth, it can be dripping. Catch it, Martel. Catch it, Martel. It's dripping. Oh, it's dripping. Whatever it is, that black man stands in it. And you gotta like that. Now you gotta like that. You gotta like that. I mean, it's dripping. The foolishness is just catch it, Martel. Catch it. He just let it fall on out, slime it through his hands. And what's so funny about it is, do you not know that this man be looking confused with why nobody else sees what he sees the way he sees it? I mean, he doesn't drink. I didn't know Martel didn't drink until I saw the reunion show, and Marceau was addressing Martel about the comments that he made, trying to slick shy accuse Marceau of having a thing for Melody or trying to slide up on Melody when Marceau knew that Melody and Martel were having a real bad situation, which is ridiculous. But it's a real life response by one ninja to another. See, a cheating ninja has an expectation that everybody else is cheating, which helps him accept that it's okay for me to cheat because this is what everybody do. I like him because he's so absurd, but he stands in his absurdity to the fullest. It don't matter how stupid, silly, crazy, and everybody in there looking like, don't do that. Don't say that, Martel. Don't do that. And he still just keeps rolling. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. If Martel don't stop putting on them cheering clothes, now, yes, he's fine, but I'm going to need you to buy the next size up, Martel. I need you to buy the next size up. Whoa, here goes Tanisha. Tanisha said, I see something different. I don't see him taking accountability. LW says, I agree. It is foolishness, but he stands in it. Hey, Goldie Lady. Always good to see you. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Get it? Yes, Betty. Listen. I'm on live. I'm on live. Y'all know Martel went down there to, what's the place called? Not the Baby Gap. I'm gonna do him better. The children's place. Oshkosh. Did I say that wrong? Is that how I go? It ain't Oshkosh Kabosh. Oh my God. Now listen, is it that he doesn't have the money? Because the way they got it out there in these YouTube streets, Martel had to move back home with his mama. And he said one time that he couldn't afford to buy no new clothes. So he had to make these work. Well, if you need to make them work, I'm going to need you to lose a little bit more weight because you swole. You're about to lose your neck. All right? He going to have what he going to have no matter what. Be God. Martel thinks too much of himself. Shaking my head. Princess K. I don't watch this show. I just enjoy your commentary. It's a fun show. Now, maybe, just maybe, I think, hey, turn that air back on. I'm starting to sweat. No. Don't put it on auto. Turn it on. You may have to come around here and sit on this corner, but I need that air on. Listen, maybe, just maybe. Teresa Green said, Melody is the one with credentials. Melody got the credentials, yes. But does Melody have the connection with the developers, with the contractors? Now, I'm not saying you can't get it, but most developers and contractors have their own license. The benefit of Melody having the contractor's license is for Martel, right? She got the license. Martel has the skills. Most contractors and developers are not Martel. They don't. They got their credentials. And we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna hold tight. I ain't gonna move too fast with you. Martel is broken living with his mama. That's what I heard too, Jen Halliday. That's what I heard too. He had to move back in. That the house that he and Melody and the kids was living in got foreclosed on, and he had to move back home with his mom. That Queen says, Ariel encouraged you, buy him some clothes. What you say? What you say? She might have been his coleslaw, but he was her full hot dog. Pay for that meal, girl. The way I see it, Martel cannot see he is wrong. So what he's doing is doubling down on his position as wrong as it is. Amber, I like that thought about you. I like that thought about you. He was riding Melody's coattail. He failed the test. Yes, he was. And he realized it when they split, which is why I don't understand why he wouldn't play nice. But we're going to get into it. New York, fine. Happy freaking Friday. I know that's right. All right, so here we go. We got Martel and got Melody, who to me, out of the three couples of the show, and I'm not saying the other couples don't look good together or anything like that, because they do. But to me, they were the couple of the show, okay? And I'm sure that's how production was intending for it to be, because they were the ones that pitched the show and got it off the ground and brought everything together. So the show, it was kind of created around them. Now, when they pitched the show as something like a black rehabbing, home rehabbing type of show, almost something that would be better fitted for HGTV. And Carlos King, being the smart man that he is and has become, saw that and knew that. Nah, we don't do HGTV. We do tomfoolery. So let's change the name. Let's change the trajectory of the show. And let's call it Love and Marriage Huntsville. And that's why Marceau was upset by the name. And he said it. Hey, man, I do construction. That's what I want y'all. That's what I want y'all to record me about. My work, not my relationship. I believe he had the vision and he made the wheels turn, but Mel had the smarts. And he still won't take that test. And that's something. I hope Carlos King gets into that in part 2, and sure enough, part 3, because I would like to know, what is the problem? Are you just slow? Do you not just have the mental capabilities of studying and then regurgitating what you've learned? I mean, that's just, because I don't understand how a man whose whole business is centered around construction doesn't see that he needs to pass that test. I don't understand that. That's like a doctor saying, I don't need no credentials to cut on you. I'm going to cut on you under my friend's credentials. No, you're not. Not only is you not cutting on me, you ain't coming around me. Take your crazy self on somewhere with that foolish talk. That's not how professionals talk. It's not how professionals think. Not real business people that are trying to grow and build something great and grand. He has some good idea. He has the talent, but Melody had the brains. There's no question about that. There's no question about that. I mean, everything that girl put her hands to do, there was a perfection about it. The look, the product. She wasn't walking around no cardboard box, walking in the folks' store saying, hey, can I put these products in the store? That's exactly it. He said he wasn't good at studying and taking tests. He might be a bit slow. He was a college athlete. Don't do that to the football and basketball players. Thank you, M. King. As y'all come in, please, and if you came in and you forgot about it, hit that like button, hit that share button. I sure would appreciate it. Come on, let's let everybody know we over here cheat-cheating about it. We over here all in the mess talking about it. If he passed the test, he would have already passed the test. He talk a good game. Exactly, Teresa. Exactly. I like Martel because of just what I said. No matter how crazy and foolish his statements are, he's going to stand in it. Now, I did appreciate the earlier comment where you said he's wrong. He just don't want to admit he's wrong, so he's going to double down. So let's talk about it. Why is he wrong? Ooh, I didn't know that, Tilly. Male helped Martel get through college. I didn't know that. It's very possible. It's very possible. There's a lot of jocks in high school and college that hook up with the smart girl and get the smart girl to do all their homework for them. That is true. That's how they did it in my day. And we about the same age. Yes. Yes. That's exactly what he did. He got the pretty smart girl to do all of his work for him. Why do you all believe Martel in his position as it relates to his relationship with his wife and his side piece? Why do you all believe, feel, think he's wrong? Let's talk about it. Absolutely, Teresa. I never would have did that. I never would have did that. Even if I was going to keep slipping in a tip, slipping in a tip, slipping in a tip. Even if I was going to still slip and tip, let me tell you what I ain't going to do. I'm not fixing to lose the piece that it takes for my world to go round. Now, that's the one thing I don't understand by this young brother, which makes me think he's a little slow. He's a little slow. He's wrong for being married and having a relationship on the side. Okay, Black Queen. Okay, maybe Martel has a learning disability. If so, maybe he could get help via disability resource center, and he can. But his ego and his pride is not going to let it. He'll come up with an excuse. He'll create a lie because his pride and ego won't let it. Because he was married, period. Be called to say, period. Period. Be called to put the T on the end, period. And my fans say he didn't think she'd leave it. He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. No, he didn't. Mm-mm. And that means that he took her for granted. I think he's embarrassed. He's definitely embarrassed. You know what I keep finding it interesting that he said, and I asked y'all that why did y'all think he was wrong? Let me deal with this embarrassment statement, and then I'm gonna go back to why I asked that question. He is embarrassed. Okay, he is embarrassed. It's why he keeps making these statements of it should have stayed in our house. It should have stayed in our house. It should have stayed private. It should have stayed between me and you. And every time he recites that, sniznik, Mel punches him in his throat and make his whole head spin around when she said, well, you should have kept your penile situation in the house. That's what you should have done if you wanted it to stay private. There you go, Miss B. Pit. Martel didn't realize that his success was on the back of Mel. He really thought he was the man she made him look like. And, ooh, Amber. Ooh. Would that explain why he keeps talking like he created Mel? He thinks so highly of himself that he's convinced himself that if it had not been for him, there would be no male. So since I made you, how you gonna walk away from me? I mean, that's what he's really saying. Since I made you who you are, you should have enough admiration. You should have enough. You should. What's the word? Y'all help me with the word. Gratitude. Where is the gratitude? And that's what he said. You over here worried about me and another chick. You ought to be thankful for having me. Look at what I made you be. Boy, crack is a serious. That's boy. We gotta find a way to get that crack out of here. He wrong because it's wrong. He going by that fake Southern code of a man. Ooh, he trying to have two families and can't support either. Ooh, because said facts, Amber, facts. Exactly. Yup. He said if it wasn't for him, she'd still be a teacher. I was married to a Martel for 18 years. I know what I see. Mel has years of frustration ahead of her. Oh my God, I hope not. You don't think she's gonna be able to break loose? I don't. Count your blessings. I know that's right. Martel feel like he took her from being a $30,000 a year school teacher and made her a millionaire. He believes that. He believes that. But you don't think you're gonna leave her alone? I don't. I don't. His whole life has crumbled. And right now, Martel has no direction. He don't know what he want to do. He don't know how it's going to get done. He's just pulling together enough strength to wake up in the morning. That's all he's doing. If I can just wake up and get out of bed, put some clothes on and get out the house. Oh my Lord. But listen, this is let's talk about it. I'm down here in the South. All right. And Martel is everywhere down here. And unlike Melody, these women accept it. And this is why I want to talk about Martel in this show, because I want to talk. Let's talk about it for real. Let's have a real grown folk conversation. I am the county prosecuting attorney here in my county, which means every Tuesday, or at least 3 Tuesdays out of the month, I prosecute individuals in the county that have been charged with certain misdemeanors. Okay. The most of the cases that I have to deal with are two black women who have filed charges against each other about a man. I had two black women in my court one time fighting about a man that was married to a whole nother woman. I just had a judge right before Thanksgiving send two black women to the county jail for 60 days because their inability to love themselves more than they love that man could not bring them to a conscious place of saying, girl, I ain't fighting with you over the man. One was 38 years old. One was 18 years old. A 38 and an 18. And if the truth be told, the 38-year-old was the problem. You know what I told him? I said, are you going to leave him alone? The 38 says, no, that's my baby daddy. Okay, your choice. I asked the 18-year-old, are you going to leave him alone? She said, That's a yes. That's a yes. So I said to them, if both of you all are going to continue to mess with this man, then what y'all have got to do is come together, put a plan in place. You get him 1 week, she get him the next week. But what y'all not going to be able to continue to do is fight in the streets because y'all going to jail. And it was quite interesting that the women are in court fighting against each other over a man, risking their money, risking their freedom. And guess where the man is that they fighting over? Anybody see him? Do you see him? Ricardo, do you see him? Because I ain't seen him yet. Miss Song, to you, 38 is in the street creating havoc with an 18-year-old child over her baby dad. Hey, Miss Wilson, I'm so glad you were able to get in here and catch in. Now, I need y'all to talk to me because I see this stuff every day. And I'm trying to figure out how to address it. I know I may not stop it altogether, but I need to address it with our young girl so that this cycle does not continue to go. Because listen, guys, listen. This is my belief. This is the way I see it, right? We have heard this saying, a man, y'all help me finish. Y'all help me finish. A man, come on, y'all know the rest. Come on, somebody, put it in the chat. Y'all have heard this phrase, this saying before. A man is going to be y'all know what the end is? A man, listen, we have been told, we women have been told a man is going to be a man. That's right, NY Finest. That's right. That's right, Black Queen. A man is going to be a man. And basically what they were telling us was he gonna cheat. Down here in the South, do you know what I have Black women tell me? All men cheat. That's right, y'all. Y'all got it. All men cheat. So since all men cheat, at least this one pay bills. At least he pays bills and he ain't beating up on me. Now, what I feel is that instead of saying a man is going to be a man, I'm trying to figure out a way how to get my young Black sisters to see that no, a man is going to do what you let him do. That's the true tea. See, he's only going to do what you let him do. And that's why I asked them, are you still going, knowing what you know about him, are you still going to be with him? Because as long as you still willing to give yourself to him, he's still going to come. And it starts from when we raise our children from a baby. I don't know what they're doing in Ohio. I don't know what they're doing in Maryland. I don't know what they're doing in Texas. But down here in the Delta of Mississippi, when you have a boy child, it's a party. What you say? Hey, it's a boy. It's a boy. It's a boy. It's a boy. When you have a girl, she's so pretty. We love our boys. We raise our girls. And we have taught our young black men that the woman that they should be looking for is the woman that's going to take care of him, not one that they hold in such high esteem that they're willing to lay down their life for. We don't teach that. We don't raise them with that type of thought pattern. Tamara says, if you ain't going to do anything, let that man cheat in peace. What you say? Yes, Miss Big Gotti, yes. All black men have told youngsters to have a main bit on the side, but keep home in order. And that's what Martel said when he told Melody that she really needs to just come to a place of acceptance that he's going to cheat. And look confused. You know, he act confused. He like, what you need to do is talk to the old women. Because in his mind, the old women who have had to deal with cheating men because they didn't have no choice. I mean, come on now. If you're going back and saying our older generation, you know, everything was hierarchy type deal. You know, the man and then the woman. So the man went out to work, so he had the money. So the woman didn't have money unless the man gave it to her, you know. So she was put in a position where she had to take it, right? Both these women going to be pregnant by him in the next 90 days. Ooh-wee. I can't remember the phrase they used to call that. Some kind of twins. What's the phrase? Anybody know that phrase where a man has gotten two women pregnant at the same time and they both have the babies at the same time? Because he left one person's house and went to the other person's house on the same night. They both conceived. They both dropped the baby. They call them something twins. Anybody heard that? If y'all heard of that and know what that phrase is, drop down in the comment section and let me know. What's up, Brits? Creative Corner. I'm back, baby. I'm back. All about it. Listen, if you I don't think I saw you last night. If you were not here last night, please go to the channel and see the live we did last night. We had a heck of a good time last night. It was good fun. Hood twins. Ghetto twins. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Boss lady says, I live with young women, and it breaks my heart how lost they are. They have no good example. Their mama, auntie, sister, cousins accepted, so they do too. Irish twins. Cheryl J. That's for the Caucasians that do. Yes, indeed. It is a problem. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. C-Mac TV says seven twins laugh. This is what's interesting, right? Now, the question is this. Now, we know that there was a time when that was what it was, right? Daddy had one family on this street, and sometimes he had a whole other family on the next street, or maybe the next town over. That's just how it was. But today is different. And I have been saying this for a long time. And I don't know if it's good or bad or right or wrong. I just know that when women have to go into the workforce and they were able to make their own money. This was the war. Now, which one of them was it? It had to be two. World War II, when the women went in, World War II. Had to be World War II. Had to be World War II. When all the men went to war and the women had to go into the factory to make the materials for the war. The bullets and the trucks and the cars and do the blankets that the men needed in the military. And when they had to do this for a while now, because World War II didn't last like 6 months. They got used to and learned how to make their own money and stand on their own 2 feet without him. And it changed the mindset. A paradigm shift happened. And when that happened in the mind of women, it changed the trajectory of the family. Right, Tamara. Right. Irish twins that's right, Tamara. Irish twins is when a woman has 2 babies within a year. That's right. Nine months apart. That's right. No, that's right. The families finally meet at the funeral. Listen. Can I be honest? Can I share something with you guys? I don't mind. It ain't a secret. I am the product of an outside relationship. I'm a product of an outside relationship. Me and my brother, my younger brother, share the same father. I think that experience for me made me not really trusting of men. I liked them now, but I didn't trust them. I always had that side eye, not that third eye, that side eye open. Leader, I'm in the live. Thank you. They meet when the wheel is red. That has to be difficult. Miss Song, to you, let me tell you. Wow, how did it affect you? Listen, it made me cautious. It made me cautious. And it made me distrusting of men. What you want? You ain't gonna do right, type of thing, right? But it didn't change how I felt about my father. I knew him. From time to time, we would see him. At every major event in my life prior to him getting sick and passing, he was there. He was there when I graduated from high school. He was there when I graduated from college. I knew him. He was around. And I know my other siblings. Now, I don't have as great of a relationship with them as I would like, but I do have 2 brothers and a sister that I love and who loves me. And I have a great relationship with my 2 older brothers on my daddy's side. And I'm beginning to build a relationship with one of my sisters on my father's side. For the longest time, they were angry at me and my brother. Now, we weren't angry and they had no idea why they were angry, because Uh, we ain't did nothing. We ain't did nothing. I didn't choose. I didn't have nothing to do with their relationship. But I think somehow they thought maybe that when our father was not with them, that he was with us. And the truth of the matter is, he probably was with a whole nother woman with with some more babies that none of us know about, because he wasn't with us. They say, Brick, say you have to cover the front, back, and both sides. I tell you true. Yes, I did. Which one raised you, the husband or your real dad? Well, my mama raised me. my my daddy may have had some input, but my mama raised me. Okay. Uh, Deborah said misplaced anger is way easier to be angry with y'all. Yeah, yeah. They hated my daddy. They hated my daddy. And even as a young child, y'all, I don't know how I had this thought pattern in my head, because they were angry with us and I felt sorry for them. And I'm only bringing this up and talking about it and bringing it in the midst of the conversation because Martel's children with Melody and the child he has with Arion Curry are going to have to figure out how to make that thing happen. Whoa, Black Queen. Black Queen said, my parents left their spouses to be with one another and then had me. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Attorney, when you come up to the mic, okay, I'm sorry. Is this better? Is this better, Brits? So even as a kid, man, I felt sorry for them because they have taken their whole lives and made it be about a relationship between adults that didn't have nothing to do with them per se, grown folk stuff. So they grew up with anger and hatred. That means you were not happy. And that might made them all the more angry because they over there angry and holding on to all this bitterness in their heart. And me and my brothers having a wonderful time. We ain't thinking about it. I'm with my mama. And I didn't miss nothing. Understand? we, we didn't miss anything. But what I found amazing about my mother, because back then, children didn't know all this stuff. Okay? We didn't know all this stuff. Now, as we started getting older, we started understanding and figuring things out. But for the longest time, we didn't know none of this stuff. Y'all, they kept stuff from us so good that I had a cousin that for about 20 years of my life, I thought she was my auntie. I don't know if anybody else has had that experience, but so I commend Melody. I think this sister is classy. Now I'm gonna deal with it in a minute. But fucking I never say, what it say? Before you tear them down, give them a hand up, or after you tear them down, give them a hand up. So I'm gonna lift her up now, and I'm gonna tear her down in just a minute. But I commend Melanie, and I have mad respect for this sister who is on Martel about being a responsible man, a responsible father, and telling him, listen, you need to decide how we're going to handle this situation. You got to tell these children, and you got to figure out how to blend these children in together, because not every woman thinks that way. Even if you do divorce the man, even if you do leave the man, you tell him as you are kicking him out the door, you better not have that around my children. Love my two dogs. It's so sad when children are affected by the parents' choices. None of the grown folks business. Yeah, y'all remember when they started talking about grown folks stuff, and you call yourself trying to ear hustle a little bit, and if they found out about it or noticed you were there, baby, if you don't hurry up and get your tail out of this room, you better. Millie Ali says family secrets are the worst. But Millie, can I be honest? It wasn't no secrets. Everybody knew she wasn't my auntie. Nobody told me. The reason why I thought she was my aunt is because she was raised with my aunt, with my aunts. Like my grandma had two sets of twins. She was married twice. In the first sets of twins, I'm sorry, two sets of children. Well, it's a slip of the tongue. That's not what I meant. But she did have two sets of twins in each set of children. But the twins, bless their heart, did not make it out of either set. Yep, yep, out of either set. Um, so she was married twice, and with her first husband, she had a set of children. Um, that's how the Carter name, my auntie Edith Carter, is a part of the first set of children that my grandmother had with her first husband. And then my mom is in the set of children that she had with her second husband, and his last name was Thomas. So that's how I get my last name. Okay. And so, because of the age of these children that had children, she just got raised with my aunts in my set, in my set. And so for the longest time I just thought she was my aunt. That's how I go. NY says I got two aunt cousins. Yeah. Oh, Amber the original says that's how you know mail is done. And yeah, as long as the woman is mad and she fussing and she cussing and she throwing stuff around and all this kind of stuff, you may still got a chance. Because she's just angry, hurt, and upset. But when that sister gets calm and she can talk to you with calm, bro, it's done. It's done. And she said she made up her mind that it was done when that fool came home and said that the older men told him the right way or the better way to cheat. That means I'm not fixing to change my ways, which means I'm not sorry I cheated. I'm just sorry I got caught. B. Carter said, Mel, not done. You don't think she done, B. Carter? I would say this. I would say that when she gets to the, I think she's done. I think she still loves it. I think she still has uh, a soul tie with it, but I don't think she trusts him enough to be in relationship with it. But the day that she can get to a place where she can stop letting him gaslight her, then you're gonna know she's done. Because when he's saying dumb stuff and trying to pick at her, when you feel like you got to respond, you still got to tie. You still got to tie. Because there's a lot of things Mel says she don't have to say. When they went to Vegas and they were on them cars, y'all remember they went and rented those cars and riding around Vegas in the cars, and then they got out to the like beach or something, and they went. She called him over so that they can have a conversation. And when he asked her how things was going, do you think Mel really had to say that her video about to drop? Or she just finished recording her video when you know that the video is about you singing a song about him cheating on you? Do y'all really think Mel had to say that? Or could she have just said, it was a good day? You want to gaslight him. He wants to gaslight you because y'all hurt and upset, but you're still tied to each other. CJ, she did not. No, she did not have to say that at all. At all. Mel's still going through a grieving period. And after that, ain't nothing Martel can say get under her skin. That's what I think. That's what I think. I think it's done, but I think she still got that little tie, that little hurt, that still, uh, you know, that's the spiteful scorpion in her. I know I'm one. They're both toxic. I don't think they're both toxic. I think they're both hurt. Martell is hurt because this vision that he created in his head, that he worked hard to portray in the world, has come crumbling down. And now people get to see behind the veil. And get to see things about you that you have been able to hide. You know, that's the problem. Because he keeps saying it should have stayed private. He's angry with Mel, not necessarily because Mel is angry at him for cheating. He's angry with Mel because Mel had the audacity to tell people he was cheating. You're supposed to keep that covered. You're supposed to cover me. He's not focusing on the fact that the reason why we're here, man, is because you did something you didn't have to do. Martell, you cheated, you lied. You cheated and you lied. You cheated, then you lied. You a cheater and a liar. And for him to keep saying, I'm not a cheater. Ninja, if you married and you got a side chick that you've been in relationship with for 3 to 5 years, you are a cheater in his mind. Because I came home, yeah, I was over there, but I came home every night. That's his reasoning. You should be okay because at least I came home every night. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He hurts her on purpose. You think so? I heard in the YouTube streets that the problem that Martell really has with his wife is that he has become jealous of her. Ooh, Ooh, what y'all think about that? And Mel said she wasn't the first one. Ooh. I think Mel was strategic on how she brought out the fact he cheated. All those times he hurt her, lied, and cheated. She said, okay, let the world judge you, and I'll sit back and wait for it. Oh, Shannon Smith, you think Mel set him up? I think Mel loved Martel. Last year, dirty draw. She took him back too many times, but she done now. Period. Because I can believe that. Denise said he was jealous before the divorce. Came out during a counseling session. Yes, 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 yes. Martel is jealous because he has lost everything. I think he was jealous before the divorce. Okay. I think I don't know. I won't say for sure that that's why he cheated, because the cheating happened before the show, right? The show made it appear like Martel and Melody was in love, and had a wonderful marriage, and they were the power couple of Huntsville, and everything was great and wonderful. And that's why people in these YouTube streets were saying it's fake, it's fake, it's fake, because when the show started, Melody was living in a whole separate apartment away from Martel. They were separated then, headed down the road of divorce, and but for this show, they would have already been divorced. It came back together for the show. And it looked like from watching the reunion that that's what happened. Now, Mel says it wasn't for the show. Mel said, I took him back because I understood that he is not a perfect man. He's not a man with imperfections. So I wanted to give him an opportunity to get it right. What I think the truth is Mel thought that if we are on this show and all eyes are on you, you'll do right. Either that or what was just said earlier, which was she used the show to shine the spotlight on him. Maybe it wasn't to give him a chance to get it together. Maybe it was a chance to shoot that spotlight on him so that everybody could finally see what she had been dealing with all these years. Wendy Williams said that she acted like she didn't know her husband was cheating on her and had went out and got another woman pregnant because she was putting all her ducks in a row behind the scenes. She needed time to put a plan in place so when she got ready to kick that ninja out of her house, she could kick him out with paying them the least amount of money as possible. And when they started repossessing cars and taking back homes, that didn't change the fact that the stress of it all got our girl, wilding out. But still, be wise as a serpent. You can be humble as a dove, but be wise at the same time. Let me tell my dog that Mel broached the subject of infidelity the first season. Hey, they come out the box. They came out the box with the infidelity. Mel brought it up. Y'all remember when they were at that dinner and Mel asked the question of everybody? Would you stay with a man if he had cheated on you and then you gave him a chance and he kept cheating? Martel is over there like, that dude was like, but he knew the camera was on him, but he was trying to figure out what we're doing. Why is you bringing this up? Why are you talking about this right now? He even said it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Mel was opening that door right then. You won't admit it, you won't address it, and you won't stop. Let me see if you what you gonna do with cameras. Because Martel wants people to believe that he's perfect and everything he does is perfect. And part of Martel's problem with that mentality is his mama. Oh, I said it. Oh, I said it. Oh, y'all come on for me now. Lisa, that's it. By George, I think you're right. Miss B. Carter, yes, she did. Oh, yes, she did. Oh, yes, she did. The look he gave are hilarious. I mean, on that first season, and I'm almost thinking it was the first episode. If it wasn't the first episode, it sure was. But it was within the first three. They were at a restaurant or something. When she or at somebody's house, maybe they were at a house having dinner, and she asked that general question, and Martel's eyes and expression was like, "What in the world? What we doing? Why is you bringing this up?" He called and said, "You got me talking to myself." As a married woman, when do you draw the line and just leave? They could have ended this a long time ago. Yep. Yes. Mama Marine created that monster. Did y'all hear his mama say that yes, she's upset about it, but she ain't gonna lose no sleep about it? No, you wouldn't lose no sleep. You his mama. And you over there co-signing on this retarded thought process. And Martel was expecting somebody to tell Melody to accept things, be more like my mama. That's what you need to be. More like my mama. I think as Martel and Melody started to become more well known, Melody started understanding the greater good or greater benefit that they could receive from the show if they played it right, if they branded themselves right. And that's what Melody started doing. And more people started paying attention to Mel. And more people started admiring Mel. And Mel just kept going, To hear her, she was what's the young lady's name? Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly is a cast member of Married to Medicine that is based out of Atlanta. And she brought Melody Holt onto her YouTube channel one time and interviewed her. And just listening to Mel talk about the plans, things that she was putting in place to have happen, not only to grow herself and to create additional streams of income, but a way to add value to other people's lives. And the one thing that she talked about during that interview was to create an online university type of thing, where if you wanted to know, because Mel said they got into the construction business they got in by getting on a list for different apartment complexes and things like that, where if you can be hired or used by these apartment complexes, then when a tenant gets ready to move out and they got to go in and kind of rehab the apartment, they call you. So you got that constant business and work going, and they just build off of that and then went in and started doing their own thing. And so if there was anybody else that wanted to know how to do that, how to get into that side of the business, and she was talking about how it's good money, that's how we were able to expand and grow, because that's a good way to make good money and be in real estate without having a whole lot of overhead, you know, and expenses. And so she was creating this college that would allow you to come in and go through the training or whatever and get the information and walk out of there and go straight into doing business. Has Martel had one conversation about what his plans are other than to tell his friend, I ain't riding your coattail, man, but you know, we all right. That's his whole thing. Man, I think his mama was told to show out. When his mother first found out about the baby, she looked genuinely upset with Martel and felt bad for Mel. That is true, which is why I was somewhat confused when we come back, you know, a season later or a few episodes later, down towards the end, and she's acting like she is just fine as wine about what he's doing. I was confused by that. And that may be. That may be. Martel may have told her, hey, I need you to say this. I need you to do this. Yes, yes, yes. B. Carter said, I signed up for the class, but she canceled it. All of this stuff. All of this stuff. She's so tied up into right now, Martel and keeping the fight going, that she's probably let that fall. But I hope she picks it back up because I think it's a brilliant idea. I think it's a brilliant idea. I couldn't believe he didn't Ben. He didn't. Ben has his general contractor. Like, yeah, yeah. That's what he told him, man. I ain't trying to ride your coattail, but you know, we good. Girl, he can't even pass the test to get contracts. I know. Come on, bro. Do y'all know what I really find interesting about Martel? For him to say that he's so smart. The average cheating man, the average cheating man that gets caught cheating cries. When he don't want to lose his good thing, when he know that he got a good thing and he don't want to lose, he may want to go out here and play and twinkle around a little bit, a little twitty, but he knows I'm going home. I'm out here to play. I ain't out here to stay. When he knows that he is about to lose his good thing, he gonna fall down on his knee at her feet. He gonna cry. He's snotting and crying. Forgive me. I ain't gonna do it no more. He gonna wake up in the morning and cook her breakfast. He gonna do all of that. Even if it ain't true. Even if it means I'm still going to cheat. I gotta do this a different way. I gotta do this in a better way. But he is gonna say and do whatever he has to say and do to keep his good thing. And even if that means switching the little thing he out there tweely dealing with, he ain't gonna go back. He may not go back and tweely dealing with the one he got caught. He gonna go over here and find him another little tweely dealing. I mean, some men are serious. They get caught, they're done. But some, not so much. But they're not gonna lose the woman they know that if he broke, she got him. He not gonna lose that. And I don't. This is why I think something up here is wrong with Martel. Because instead of him realizing I'm about to lose my good thing and I don't want to do that, I mean, he feels like he doesn't have to do anything but say, I'm sorry. And Mel still ought to be grateful that he's willing to stay with her because he made her. If it hadn't been for me, there would be no you. And that I don't understand. So That ain't even common sense. That's not a natural reaction to this. So something is missing. What you say, love my dog? And Lord said, your good thing about the end. I'm telling you, he didn't have to because he knew Mel would never pull the trigger because she never had. And that's where you can go wrong. Begs, please, and does right for a period of time. He did none of that and was even out in the midst of the pandemic at his worst. And that's where I wanted to shine. That's where I wanted to slide into. Did y'all hear this man say? And let me say this, y'all. I enjoyed this reunion. I enjoyed this reunion about as much as I enjoyed the reunion of the Real Housewives in Potomac with Nicki Minaj. Y'all, it felt like on the Real Housewives of Potomac with Nicki, it felt like good girlfriends sitting at the house kikiing with each other. Girl, now don't do that. And then the girl say, yeah, you right. And that's what this reunion felt like with Carlos King. That dude is good. And I'm not saying they can't bring nobody else in, but his presence made the cast members, I think, feel like they had to be honest because they knew Carlos King knew the truth. And no need of me BSing because he already know. And I love the way. Now I'm finna come on Melody. Now I'm finna get on Melody. Melody act like she didn't understand the question that Carlos King had asked her about cheating during her marriage. She act like she didn't understand what he meant when he said, have you ever cheated in your marriage? Then she want to be all specific about dates, times, and places. Carlos said, have you ever cheated on Martel while you were legally married to him? Let's break this down. Woo. Then when Martel asked her about the man that she had sung on the microphone for. Woo! And that sister, that first when she said, I didn't tell you I did him. I told you he did me. I like that. But when they came back from commercial, Martel said, now wait a minute. That is not what you told me. And I got it recorded. That's not what you told me. Well, then Mel says, well, I know he did me, but I don't remember. I don't think I did. And I love Carlos. Baby Carlos turned to the side and crossed his leg and leaned back over like only a nice gay man can do. Now, Melody, now he did that little wave. Now, Melody, I gotta say, now I don't know how you don't remember putting your mouth on somebody. Woo! Lord, I thought I would. Y'all know what I did? I did the Dante. Oh, Lord. Carlos. Woo, Carlos. Carlos said, don't come here with that. Don't you bring it. Don't. Melody. Woo, Lord, couldn't nobody do that but Carlos King. You know he did. It just wasn't on camera 5 years. Mel gave him the chance to straighten up and fly right. Now, every time he sees her, he is reflecting. It has to be something wrong somewhere because the way he played his hand made no sense. It made no sense, Teresa. It made no sense. Mel ran that office. Mel kept everything in order. Now, I want to ask y'all this. Tamara says Carlos was on fire with the court. I mean, woo-wee. My God, my God. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Now, I got a question. Did Mel cheat? That's all the down talking I got on Mel. Don't come here and tell us and try to convince us and think we all as slow as Martel that we gonna believe that you don't know that you did the knockaround. Now we know you did it. And Martel, after the reunion, went on Instagram and played the recording. Now, I didn't hear Mel say nothing about doing the knockaround, but she did admit to having relations. Okay. Now, on the reunion, she said that she never had relations with anybody. Now, the young man related to her very well, but she didn't have no relations, right? But on that auto recording, she was telling him that she and whoever the gentleman was had their first date, and it was a good date. It lasted all. Woo! But don't you come here trying to make us believe. Older black men teach young boys to cheat. I don't know if I believe that. And let me tell you why. The only reason why I'm struggling with that a little bit is because ain't no old men around to train these boys. They ain't got no dad in the home. The uncles only come around when they're cooking and eating. They ain't coming to pick up little Johnny and take him fishing and talk to him about life issues. Ain't doing that. They might take him to a ball game. And if they don't make them sit beside them, they're going to say, all right, now I'm going to be ready to go in 2 hours. Now, you better be back here in 2 hours. No, they're learning how to and how not to treat a woman by what they see their mamas accept. That's where that's coming from. Now, it doesn't hurt that as they grow up, they see other men doing the same thing. But if I'm living in the house with a woman that's accepting a man swinging by at 12 o'clock, leaving by 1 o'clock, and that's all that's happening, he may not know nothing at 5. Do you hear me? But around 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, you know, he's understanding. He's taking the training real well. Mel doesn't want her kids to see this, so she had to act innocent. Tilly. Okay. 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 All right. I can go with that. I can see that. I can see that. Miss Dre, LRL for real, for sure. Yeah, man. I like Larry. I don't get a chance to watch him as much as I used to. And now to me, he seems more serious than he used to be. And I get it. He's growing, he's advancing. He's doing great, and I wish him well. I love Larry Reed, but um, I do miss the comedian. I do. But I get it. There may come a time when I evolve. You know, but right now, I'm in for the shits and giggles. What's that, Teresa? Uncle locked up. He ain't around. He ain't around to teach no young man nothing. They're learning this behavior from their mothers and grandmothers and aunties. Oh, the male would have been faithfully married for 50 years. But once Martel cheated, she had one on deck. I told y'all they are living now what I've already lived. But that's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about. Do y'all see or feel like under the circumstances at the time that Mel cheated? Do y'all consider that to be cheating? She finds out her husband is cheated. She snaps off. It gets so heated that a mama gets scared and say, Marceau, please, please. And I understand her mama because listen now, listen, it is learning that information made me it was a real life reaction. It was a real life reaction, right? You loving this man. You doing all you know how. You making all the sacrifices for him. You taking care of it. You doing everything. And to find out that he cheated. If she hadn't stepped out up in that house, that would not have been a realistic response for me. And yes, her mama called for help because ain't no telling who was about to get what landed upside his head. Then you got the police. Then you got the ambulance. Then you got Melody being hauled off the jail. So do y'all think that's cheating? That Miss P. Carter says yes. So Nisha said it's still cheating. Separated or not, they were still married. And bought her a car. No. Once Martel broke the rules, I think that is, Mel was free. From a spiritual angle, legally, she cheated. Okay. Mel was free from a spiritual angle. Legally, she cheated because the papers weren't finalized. Oh, now that's an interesting point of view. That's an interesting point of view. Mel finds out her husband is cheated. Okay. They have around. She packs all of her shiznit. Not only does she move out, she moves out. She gets her own apartment. And that's where she's living. And in her mind, I ain't going back. So she meets a guy, they date a little while, or talk for a little bit, and then they go out on a date and something happens. Now, biblically, if we take the literal spiritual meaning and we see the word, right? Biblically, I don't know why you would come live and not go around that way. Right? I think she was free. He cheated. And that's the one thing, unless the Bible has changed, because they be doing some strange things with the word now. But biblically, if your spouse cheats, Well, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Because biblically, if your spouse cheats, the word says you're okay to divorce. It didn't say you were okay to go out and sleep with somebody else while you're waiting on your divorce. Did it change? Has the word changed? My song to you says, I hear you. Miss B said, I know that's right. Cheating is doing something against the rules. Once Martel established rules. Amber, the original, says cheating is doing something against the rules. Once Martel established the rules meant outside people, she was playing his game. What you, ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Love my dogs too. Said God's word is the same. B. Carter says, no, the word has not changed. So, biblically, although you have the support of God, if you decide that you want to divorce your spouse because you found them cheating, let me tell you what the word also says. But what you should do is try to stay. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, you may have the right, but if it's possible, if there's any way possible, you can forgive, then stay. I mean, she did technically cheat, but in her mind, she was done. Martel didn't just cheat, he had affairs. Spending their money, his time, lying, stepping outside their home. She was done. Give me love. Give me love. Oh, Barbara Warren said divorce is not allowed per the Bible. No, it is. The Bible says that it is the one thing that could break the marital covenant, and that's if you step outside with somebody other than your spouse. But it also comes back to say, but you should forgive and try to stay. But if you can't stay, you're free to go. Now. So let's apply that understanding to the situation. Martel cheated. Mel was free to go. She left. She didn't divorce. They ain't signed the papers. But she left. Okay? Now, even though she got caught up, because me personally, I think that was a revenge hit. That was a revenge hit. You did it to me. And you want to know how I know it was a revenge hit? She did that out of anger, hurt, frustration, and in her mind, forget this ninja. But you know how it was a revenge hit? You want to know how you know it was a revenge hit? Get ready. Get ready. Get your soda, get your popcorn, get your bag of chips. This is how you know it's a revenge hit. She came home and told him. Why you think she told him about it? Martel didn't cheat. Martel has a relationship that has become a family outside his marriage. And that is the truth. That is the truth. That's right, Tonisha, because she told him. Yes, absolutely, Queen B. Yes. Yes, love my dog too. That's what I said earlier, revenge cheat. Yes, that was a revenge hit because she came home to tell him because she wanted him to feel just as bad as he made her feel. How you like it? How you liking that? You still think cheating all right? How you liking that? Yeah. Because she came home and told him. She didn't have to tell him. She didn't have to tell him. Bingo. There you go, Bob. Yeah. Not only did she come back, but she came back with news. I think it's unfair to hold her one encounter. I think it's unfair to hold her one encounter while they are separated on the same level as his affair. It's not the same. It's wrong. Get divorced first before you creep, but not the same. Give me love. That you did it. You did it. That was where I was trying to get to. Ooh, she stood her own tea. Absolutely. She wanted to hurt him back. She wanted to hurt him back. And it did not change a thing. Hey, it did not. Even after coming back and giving him another chance, he still messed it up. And let me tell y'all this. Not only was it another chance to make things right with his wife and keep his family intact, it was a wonderful opportunity that he pissed away, y'all. Imagine, just imagine how it would have been for us to have seen a family, that young family is married, they've been married for a long time. For whatever reason, they hit a rough patch. Things got sideways, but they mended and blended themselves back together. And now they have not a perfect marriage, because nothing is perfect, but you know, a perfect marriage, perfect family. And they could have built off that. That's the things you write books about. Those are the things you go around to seminars and talk about. How to mend the family, bring a family back together again. Young black love. I mean, it was great. It was great. She saw it, he didn't. And she told him she preferred the very act he begged for too. Ooh, Tonisha. That's why she told him. That's why she told him. Yeah, I not only went out there and did it, but I knocked around. I picked up a mic and sung with it. And even on the reunion, he says, you want to get mad at me and leave me for going out and doing the very thing that you decided to do with somebody else. You ain't do it with me. But let's get it straight. If you gonna tell me another reason why I think Martel is slow, because if you gonna seriously tell me that going out there and getting your knob swabbed means more than your entire family. What? Say what? And if y'all remember Martel said he met the girl. It wasn't like a hookup type thing. He met her and they started hanging out and they developed a relationship, a connection. And then the relation started to happen. Martel got caught up, and I believe I saw this in the comments earlier. Martel got caught up. And created a situation that allowed him to seriously attach himself to this girl mentally and emotionally. Because when Carlos King, when the show ended, it ended with Carlos King asking Martel if there were no melody and you had met your other baby's mama, would you have married her? I said, Carlos, stop. Don't do it. Don't do it, Carlos. Don't do it, Carlos. You done shot the man. And then he looked like he was shot. Looked like he was going down. Mm, 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 mm. It don't take that long to say no. It don't take that long to say no. And he's scared to say yes because even though he and Melanie are divorced, even though he's mad and he's gaslighting her and she's gaslighting him, he still believes. Y'all believe this now. I'm telling you. He still believes there's a chance that she might come back. Even though he says some of the dumbest stuff and he still is disrespectful, he still believes there's a chance. Now, how, which is why I keep saying he's slow. He's slow. I don't think this is for the show. I think this is the real Martel. I just think he's slow, right? Because why would you think, why would you hold in the back of your head that there's a chance that she will come back to me while saying in her face, the only reason why I would want you to come back to me is for the kids? What? What's wrong with you? She did want to hurt him, but she's smart. She know they on a show. She wasn't going to let anybody else call themselves exposing her. So she exposed herself and got him back in the process. Give me love. Give me love. I'm gonna have to start charging you rent because you sitting up in my head. Do you think that long pause to think about an answer was a play to hurt Melanie even more? Absolutely. He's gaslighting her. Absolutely. His mom not that smart either. I ain't gonna laugh at that man, mom. Y'all ain't gonna make me do that. Now, I may talk about her for upholding her son in his wrong, but I ain't gonna laugh at her because she had done it before. Martel is an example of a nice-looking man who dresses and moves well, but is not very smart or wise. CJ, there's something missing. There's a piece. They tell us that in our brain there are electrical shocks that are going. Your brain is functioning and is sending out those neurons. I'm telling you that there's a neuron connection in his head where the energy goes to a certain spot and it stops. Because it makes no sense. It makes none. And then for him to sit there with an expression on his face like, I don't understand. Listen, here is, you got Martel, you got Marceau, and you got Maurice. Here is Maurice, who says, after talking to his brother Marceau, you know, I think I probably ought to talk to somebody. Martel don't want to talk to nobody. Marceau don't want to talk to nobody. But Maurice says, you guys are tripping. Things are off. Maurice sees what happened to Martel. I don't want that to happen to me. Maurice sees what's happening with Marceau. I don't want that to happen to me. Let me go talk to somebody. And I love Dr. Francis because Dr. Francis told him straight to his face, don't put that on your wife. Your wife ain't competing with nothing. You're the one who have set up a competition and you're the one who's pitting them against each other. It's your wife and your business that you made a wife. And right now, you're choosing to be with the other woman and acting like you don't understand why your wife got a problem. I love that man. I said, whoa. Maurice said, he did that Scooby-Doo thing. And then went to play tennis with Marceau, and Marceau tried to talk him out of believing that what Dr. Francis has told him made sense. And it was right. Now do something about it. You're able, Marceau, to not have to lay down your arrogance and your controlling behavior because you got a wife that allows you to be an arrogant a-hole. Maurice ain't got that over there with Kitty. And I love the fact that that man said, let me get this right. Let me get this right. Because I don't have but one wife and I don't want but one. Let's put the things in order. Let's get some things. Let's prioritize what we got going on. Nikki D said, right, all his transmitters ain't firing. Something is missing. Something stopped working. I mean, yes, Dr. Francis is the truth. A slap of wake me up. That's right. But he got it. I saw it when his light bulb lit up. He got it. It made sense. No, it ain't her. It's me. And that is the difference. And why Maurice and Kimmy, even though their marriage, like I said, is not perfect, nobody's is, they got a little bit more solid glue going on in it than the other two. Because he is willing to say, it ain't her, it's me. And that's something Martel and Marceau, because of ego and pride, will never do. But a haughty spirit goes before destruction, and a prideful heart before a fall, or the other way around. But either way, pride and a high-minded attitude don't take you up. It F's you up. You better hear it. Say it again. I wish I had an amen in the congregation on that one. See, now, Maurice is a little bit suspect as well, but I guess at least he's going to get some therapy. I'm late, but I made. Hey, Nikki Pooh, I get to tell you, don't lie. Thank you. God bless you, sister. Wait, I thought my lease is on his. Maurice is on his second wife. Wasn't he married to Monster Mother? He was, Miss Song to You. He was. But listen, I think it was on, it was on this episode. Carlos asked him, did they get divorced because the baby mama, I can't think of what her name is now. Did she do something in your marriage that was unforgivable? And Maurice said yes. Now, having said all that, the YouTube streets say they got a club down there in Huntsville where all the men, all of them, go. They got a little money, got a little something happening for them, There's a club down there in the Huntsville of Alabama where all of the love and the marriage of the Huntsville men go. And in this club, it's a place where you can have it your way. If the price is right, it will go down tonight. I hope he keeps it up. Kimmy is going to bounce. Kimmy ain't going to take too much more of that. Don't take too much more of that. She's being nice about it. Y'all notice how at times when Kimmy should get that in check, she speaks to him with a lot of love and clarity. I love it. Without busting his ego, without attacking his manhood. I love that. That's a talent. That's a skill. I need her to teach. I need that. I need that. I need to know how to talk more calmly in situations that require a higher tone. I still need to work on being able to, yeah. Woosah. Woosah. Hey, Nikki Pooh, much love to you, man. Thank you, babe. Men cannot take women cheating on them. Can't handle it. Can't handle it. Coward. Yes, coward. Carlos asked Maurice, did Coward do something in their marriage that was unforgivable? And Maurice said yes. And I appreciate Carlos. I'm telling this dude, woo, because the average person, after asking that question, would have asked, what she do? I want to know what she do. But he respected the sensitivity of that situation and relationship that goes between him, Kyle, and Kimmy and Monster. I appreciate Carlos for that. I appreciate it. She requires too much validation from outside of her marriage. Baby, if anybody say anything, Marceau got to go and have a 16-hour conversation about it. Now, sometimes I think Marceau is dogging Tisha. Okay? But there are other times when I want to tell Tisha, if you don't go somewhere in there and play with them children and leave that man alone. Good God, have mercy. And stop being up. This is what I don't get by Tisha. And we're at the 2-hour mark. I figured it'd take about this long to talk about Love and Marriage, Huntsville, Martel, and we're gonna slide in and talk about that thing, Paul. Yes, girl. Yes, Miss Song to you. Oh my, have it your way at the club like Burger King. That's what the youth say. They got a club down there in the Huntsville of the Alabama, where if the price is right, you can get anything you want tonight. Have it your way. And we all know what that was. If I was there, I wouldn't starve on love either after being in and out of coleslaw for 5 years. What you say? Lynn, what you say? Well, this is what I want to know. Because Mel said it, and he admitted that Mel started doing better. Mel said, well, okay, I didn't know how important it was to you. If this means that much to you, okay. Jeez, let's do it. Let's go. And he said that. So if the thing that you said you were being denied is what had you out there in the streets, and you now back at home trying to work things out with your wife, and she's giving it to you, why you go back out there in the street? When she started bobbing for apples, when she started bobbing for apples with you, You still went out there with coleslaw. Martel. Tonisha. He probably begrudgingly. Oh, Tonisha. She was bobbing and biting at the same time. Oh my God. She's supposed to be holding the mic and she breaking it. Oh my God. Oh, oh Lord have mercy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't expect that to come out. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my. I just said, that's all right. Don't even worry about it. Oh God, don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, you want some tonight? No, I'm good. Oh God, Lord have mercy. Oh, oh my goodness, Lord have mercy. Ah, oh God. Teresa said, I believe scientists putting it down and he done got hooked. You know how women do. A weak man gonna fall for it every time. Now listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all. I have had male friends and you know, guys that I hang about with, male friends. And you know what they have said? Wild, crazy women provide a very nice meal. Like, and I'm sure Ariane Curry was doing everything she knew how to do to prepare it just the way he liked it. Because it got him buying her BMWs. And according to Mel's mama, now, y'all listen now. I ain't saying allegedly because I'm talking about things these folks have admitted to themselves on the show, on their Instagram lives. I ain't making none of this stuff up. And if it's an allegation, I say out here in these YouTube streets. But according to Mel's mama, Mel mama said that the way Martel was able to keep it on the low for as long as he did was because Marceau was a co-conspirator. That's when two people working together to commit a crime. Marceau, according to Mel's mama, was the drop-off man. When money needed to get to Ariane, it got passed from Martel to Marceau. When Ariana needed a bill paid, my soul ran out the ceasefire and paid the bill. Did you hear what I say? He had a co-conspirator. Leah said, Mel was just nibbling like an appetizer, not like a whole doggone meal. Just a taste to get him coming back. What you say? You put enough meat in them greens, you don't need nothing else but a piece of cornbread and a beverage. What you say, Teresa? Woo! Yes, indeed. Cameron said, yeah, I heard the same thing. B. Carter said, I believe it, so does CJ. That's how he was able to keep it going. And Mel thinking some kind of way. What should concern any woman who makes a decision to stay with a cheating man, not a man who may have cheated and has stopped, but you're going to be with a cheating man. At some point, you have got to consider your health and safety. At some point, because for him to decide to have this with this woman to the extent that he got her pregnant, right? That means he wasn't using nothing. Now you got to deal with and worry about being cheated on. And now you got to be concerned about what he's bringing home when he comes home from cheating. This man went out in the pandemic. Your wife just had your baby. Something ain't firing right. She just come home from the hospital. She's at home with a newborn. Got the other children running around. And you say, in the height of the pandemic, when the country was shut down, you just had to go to the gym. Don't you love Carlos King? Carlos said, hey, we were in the middle of a pandemic. The gyms were closed. Martel said, like, bro, you go. Martel did that quick double back, like, bro. Carlos said, no. We ain't playing that game. You went around her house. I'm going and tell it. You went around her house. Carlos said, hold on. What you telling me? Oh, I love Carlos. I don't think a straight man could have did this. I'm so glad that he a part of the LGBTQIASTUV. Carlos said, you mean to tell me that you decided to leave your wife who had just had your baby to go out into a pandemic? We don't know nothing about this virus. All we know that it is killing people. We don't know if once you get it, you're going to live one day, 1 week, or ever. And you telling me that you're going to leave the house with your freshly delivered baby and go out in this pandemic and risk contracting this virus and bringing it back home to the woman who just had your baby, to bring it around and possibly infect your newborn baby. You telling me that being around there to her house was more important to you? Putting that risk was more important to you to be around there with her house than to ensure that your newborn baby was protected. And Martel said, jeez. Damn. When you say it like that. Oh, Carlos King. Carlos broke it down and repeated it to make sure he understood what was being asked. That girl around there meant more to you than the risk of bringing something back to your wife that could possibly kill her and your baby. And that boy said, jeez. My God, you ain't got to make it sound that bad. That bad? No, that's what it was. And then his thing was, I wasn't around there, I was at the gym. When every gym in the country was closed. Also, the way Ariana spoke to Mel on that phone call. I remember back in the day, the other woman would just hang up when you answer the phone. But these days, they bark back. I'm telling you, these new side chicks ain't got no home training. I told them two ladies that I told y'all about earlier, that 38-year-old and that 18-year-old, you better go and find that old lady sitting under the tree. Better call you over. She called me over and she said to me, you better go somewhere and get you some act right education. Stay in your place. Stay in your lane. You know you a side chick. You know that man had a wife and a family when you met with him. And you made a decision to play with him. So play. You don't get to stay. You ain't the woman. You ain't the wife. But somewhere in the conversation with Ariana, Martel led her to believe that she was at a higher level in his life than Melanie. Because that's the only reason why that heifer did it. Because if she knew if Martel was a real man that was going to play this game, then he would have laid the rules down to Ariana, and she would have known, I've crossed the line in the sand. And the best thing for you to do is stay on your side of the street. But somewhere in that pillow talk, he led Ariana to believe that she could do it. And so she did. And she did again, and again, and again. Because according to Ariana Curry, she had conversation with Mel and told Mel how good Martel gave it to her. Do you hear what I'm saying? Yes, she did. Yeah, she said it. And I ain't heard Martel or Melody deny it. All Melody want everybody to know is when she found out he was cheating, it was a surprise. That's what she focused on. When I first found out, I didn't know. What you say, NY Finest? Where you go? Where did they go? Yeah, here it is. Play your position. You want to get blindsided when you get out the lane. Yep. He talked poorly about Mel to her. That's why she felt she could bark at that lady. She was probably pregnant then. That's the only time they would get that bowl. Calling multiple times. What you say? You know if he ain't answered the phone, he ain't answered because he with her. Go somewhere and put your phone down and figure out something to do. Martel is a narcissist. He needs someone to need him. It's an ego boost for him. He never cheats with women that can match Melody and who can be a financial benefit like her. You know something? I believe there's some truth to that. I know this young man who is intellectually astute. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. The intelligence level on this brother is high class. All right? High class. But his self-esteem is low because he only goes after women who don't have nothing going for themselves. Right? Because it boosts his ego and makes him feel better about himself. It's a validation of how great he is. And he's good. I mean, he's doing well for himself. He's well known in this county. He's great. He does wonderful things. But the women are low bank. And he focuses on the surface of the woman, right? His mantra is, she's a bad bitch. She's a bad bitch. Look, man, I pulled a bad one. And I will always respond and say, she looks nice. She's sexy. She's beautiful. You right. But something wrong with her. Why you gonna say that? Why you gonna say that? I mean, what you talking about? What you talking about? What you mean? Look at her. I say, I'm looking at her. I'm not wondering about her looks. I'm wondering about what's in her brain. Because if you are empty, if you are what is it called? Surface. If you're just into looks, why she won't be with you? Because any woman worth her salt want a man that's gonna respect her. Want a man that's got something going on with himself. Want a man that can see what she can build with. How they gonna build with you? What you got? What you doing? Exactly, man. He's the reason Ariel was out of pocket. He's the reason. He's the reason. And I can say this, it's never right. Be with who you want to be with. And if you don't want to be with them, you go on and let them go on. Y'all ain't got to be tied up in this foolishness, stressing each other out. You ain't got to do that. Just go be with who you want to be with. Right? But if you gonna cheat, as old folks say, could you do it respectfully? I got a friend when I said that, she said, I don't understand how you cheat respectfully. I broke it down. Keep your hoe in her lane. If and when she sees you, she don't know you. Even if you know who she is. Not now, Bill shall go lacking here while you go out there and play with her over there. Not now, Bill. Good point. That's usually how it works. CJ, and I do believe he's probably fabulous in bed too, because he can't do much else, right? Woo! Do you believe? I do believe with all my heart that he loves his children and is a good father, and therefore his kids. I do believe that, CJ. I do. I do. Martel messed up. He a broke man on national TV. Laugh out loud. He don't know what to do because Mel on top. And that's what Marceau said when they had that comeback meeting at the office. And Martel got upset and left. And Mel sitting there talking about him. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know why he acting like that. I'm just trying to be me. After you done gaslighted him. And Marceau said, you want to know why? You feeling good and he ain't? Because right now, you winning. If the tables was turned and he was winning and you weren't, I don't think you would be acting like that. And if y'all saw her, Melody's face froze. If y'all missed it, go back and watch that episode. Her face froze because she realized Marceau was right. And what you're really doing is being petty. Because you are winning. But I get it. What's another phrase they say? Hell has no fury. Like a woman scorned. Baby. When a woman gets angry to her soul, you don't want that. Don't do that. Leave that woman alone. Let that woman go about her business. Don't push her to the point where she says, okay, keep that same energy. I would tell any man, put on your best running shoes and hit it, buddy. Get on. You don't, that ain't what you want. Let her go. Leave it alone. It's over. Leave that woman alone. Yes, Miss Song to you. Marceau told her and she shut up. That's all that was. Her being scorned. That's it. That's it. And I will tell y'all, I ain't hating on it. I don't like the song. I ain't hating on it. People downloading it. I think she said she was charting. And so I say, doggone it, drop another song. But I don't want to hear. I ain't like it. But I understand it. I understand it. But the best person who can make a song after being hurt by a man is Mary J. Blige. And that song was nothing on the level of Mary J. I mean, you want to see Mary J. get with a good man. And then after she done got with the good man, you want the man to treat her bad because that's the only time we're going to get some good music. Oh, my God. Which leads me to that thing. So, okay, we did that. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Ooh, my goodness. Let's talk about K. Michelle, pretty good too. Yep. Yes. Mary J. bring you that old school. Let me tell you how I've been hurt. K. Michelle bring you that young school. Let me tell you how I bounced back from the hurt. What you say? Come on, Kay. Tell me how he did you wrong. What? Oh, yes, he did. Oh, he hurt you bad. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's talk about that Porsha. Oh, and CJ, I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. When Mary J and K Michelle make a song about this dude that didn't hurt them, they don't make us, the song is not made in a way where you can say it's about this man that hurt me. Like I know, we know it's public. We know he hurt you. That's the one you're singing about. But the lyrics and all is universal. It's universal. It's about the pain of it all, not about the man. And Melody's song is about Martel. Mary Boots and her dance. Y'all like when Mary do them shows? Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. I almost threw my phone up against the wall. DJ, I'm about to pull out. I'm about to pull out like Martel should have done. How about Tanisha? How are you doing, Sister Storm? Are you back in your home? Shirley J, no. Lord Jesus, I finally got the insurance check to come in. Now I'm fighting for contract. We're going to get there, though. We're going to get there. All things work for the good for them that love the Lord and are called to his purpose. So sometimes we have to, we have to go through, but it's all good. When it's all said and done, it's going to be well with my soul. That's how we feeling about Miss Porsha. Let's talk about Miss Porsha, and I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to let y'all go. I ain't going to take long because it's real simple. She's a hoe. Walking away is more intense than the Dante. I'm going to go back to further. The Misty Blue, Dorothy Moore. What you say? What you? Ooh, that's my song. Oh, 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 oh. Woo, Lord have mercy. I couldn't, that the Dante wouldn't fit that. That wouldn't fit that. I wasn't expecting that. I don't be reading them, the comments before I put them up. I just click on them, put them up, start reading. All that girl said, I'm about to put that like he should have done. Lord have mercy. Misty Blue. When Porsha first came on the show, she was a submissive wife and stepmom. And let me tell y'all, when I knew that Porsha was finna lose her husband, let me tell you when I knew. Walk back in time with me. Come on, walk. Put your shoes on and come on. Y'all remember when they went on the girls' trip? I think it was to Vegas. And they were going to go out to a strip club. And Porsha didn't want to go. And she told them girls to back up. Because at least her husband let her come on the trip. And everybody in the van was like, oh, Jesus. They act like Porsha had cussed and killed at the same time. Oh, did you hear her say that? Y'all remember that? Anybody remember that? Oh, well, I think Porsha has embarrassed to a place where she doesn't care what her moves look like. See, they said, bam. I remember that when she was with Cardell. Yeah, she was with Cardell. And being on the show, they got to take these little trips together. And they were going, I think it was I think it was Vegas. Because they went out of town. And Cardell was talking to her like a daddy talked to his daughter. I'm gonna let you go now. Don't forget. Don't forget how to act now. You got to come back now. You know what I like. You know what I expect. I'm gonna let you go. All right. You better be back in this house at the right time. Y'all remember that? When Nene started talking to Porsha and telling Porsha, you can't allow no man to let you do nothing. Y'all remember? Y'all remember? Nene started first, and then everybody else started chiming in, telling them that, you know, that sounds too much like control. And they were all on her, making her feel bad. I said, Porsha about to lose her husband. Porsha about to lose her husband. I'm telling you. Because Porsha had gotten over into a situation that she was not expecting. See, I'm with a bunch of married women, so it's all good. The difference is the women were the money makers. The women in these marriages were the shot callers. Do you hear me? They had strong men, but they had men that understood that they were married to women who had it going on. And I ain't finna get in that. That wasn't Porsha. Porsha wasn't the shot caller in her marriage. She wasn't the money maker. Cardell was. And my words to Porsha, and I don't know why she didn't get them, but I sent them to her. Don't be no fool. And jump out there and start feeling like these girls, not really being these girls. Because Cardell gonna kick you out the house. And do y'all know what Cardell did? Kicked her own ass out the house. Cardell said it ain't about the one trip you took with the women. It's about these nights you don't get home till after 2. Where you at and what you doing and who you doing it with? Because it ain't with me. You want to know why it ain't with me? Because I'm at home. And if you don't want to play by my rules, I'm going to let you go play somewhere else. And he put her out. And then she had the nerve to be confused with why she wasn't getting none of his money. Huh? What? Why do you think that? But at that time, Porsha was green a little bit. Porsha was still able to be led by the nose a little bit. Okay? Because at the age that she was, for her not to know that the Underground Railroad, oh God. Porsha said, gotta be a door somewhere. How did the train get in here? Bless her soul. Bless her soul. But now, the game has changed. And she's learned that she has to secure a bag. Hey, bring me a soda. Bring me a soda, please. But she flipped real quick though. Didn't take long for that Atlanta to come out of. And did just that. Exiled her with no shame. He kicked her out because she went home and told him everything. Like a young girl will. prenup with no baby. That's where she messed up. Should have gotten that baby from him. Yep, from the rip. That's how they do it. Right. Right. But at that time, Porsha was of the mindset that because I'm married to him, he's going to take care of me. And if y'all remember when she was initially talking about trying to explain her relationship with Cordell, it was almost like she was saying they had an agreement that she married him. Y'all remember they had conversations about whether or not Porsha was this man's beard. And she was thinking that since I'm doing this for you, we got an agreement. I'm going to do this for you, and you're going to take care of me. But what she forgot was those little intricate rules that apply. Yes, you're going to do this for me, so I'm going to do this for you. But I still set the rules. She did miscarriage in NY Finance. She tried. She tried. Just didn't happen with Cordell. Now let's fast forward. Lynn said she's still waiting on the Underground Railroad to come by and pick her up and take her home. Let's fast forward. Let's fast forward. Porsha learned that I need to have my own, and that's a good thing that she learned. But she also learned how to play the game better to secure the bag. Okay. She found her a Nigerian man. When they say African, I shouldn't call him Nigerian. That's different over there. An African that bought her a Bentley. She took pictures with it, but she didn't keep it. He didn't take it from her. She sold it. And she should have. You want to know why? Because she couldn't afford a Bentley. That man came in and an agreement was reached. Let's have a little fun. And in return, I want a Bentley. Why did she ask for a Bentley? Because she's still trying to keep up with Nene down. They had Bentleys and was riding around being proud, showing them off, and she wanted one. The only problem was they went to the car lot and bought it. She had somebody else go to the car lot and bought it. And let me tell you what, there is a difference between buying a Toyota and a Mercedes. You want to know what the difference is outside of the price? Maintenance. A Bentley is cool to ride around in and let the windows down and the drop top down so people can see you in a Bentley. But that oil change ain't no joke. Ooh, the insurance on that bad boy ain't no joke. So when he finished playing with you and left you with your pay, allegedly, couldn't afford it. That ain't no everyday car when you didn't buy it. Because if you buy it, usually the people that put that kind of money down got the money to keep it up. See, that's how Oprah got in trouble. Why the folks was fussing with her. Because she on her show talking about you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. And giving these cars to people that couldn't afford to pay the taxes on it. They can afford Toyotas. Mm-hmm. Image. Yeah, NY Finance. Maintenance. Oh, but let something go wrong with it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because like a regular Toyota, if something go wrong with it, you still got to make the note on it and get it fixed. You know Porsche couldn't afford to put no tire on no Bentley. You don't roll a Bentley through the car wash. I'm just saying. Porsche only brought out the R. Kelly story to sell her book. She could have kept that to herself. Embarrassing. That's what I say. That's what I say. Why we ain't heard about this R. Kelly? Now, you tell us that you go over there because he's supposed to be helping you sing. And then he left you sitting by yourself for a long time before he came and saw you. And then after he left, somebody escorted you up to the bedroom. And then he left you up there for a long time before he came. And then by the time he got there, I was in the situation. I was here. I had to do it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Will you stop that from ringing? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't have to stay. That would have been a greater story if you'd have said, when he got up there and I realized what he wanted, talking about take my clothes off, I was like, it ain't this on the party. And I tried to leave. And then he made it a situation that prevented me from leaving. That would have been a better story to tell than what you told. Because if it was that traumatizing, if it was that horrible of a situation, if you felt like you were being pressured to do something you did not want to do, why, when you keep telling the story, it talks about you coming back and spending the night? Porsha. Porsha. Porsha called herself going on the Tamron Hall show, and Tamron Hall was so sweet and say, "When's the date?" Tamron, you messy, Tamron. Tamron, you messy. Tamron said, "When's the date?" Porsha like, "Well, we're gonna do it. You know, we're just dating now." And Tamron said, "Well, look like the dating would have came before the engagement. You engaged now." Well, Tamron, do you date your husband? You should date your husband. She's like, "I do date it, but I'm married." Oh, you messy bones. You messy bones. What Nicky Poo say? Nicky Poo, what Nicky Poo go? God dog it. I done lost it. I done lost the comment. Okay, here we go. Does that mean oh. Hmm. See, when you want salaciousness, how you open the door to something that nobody was thinking about before you open your mouth. There's a phrase that says white people think we are dumb. Black people are dumb. Don't open your mouth and remove all doubt. Mm, mm, mm. See, they say, right, Jenny, he's having fun with beautiful women while his plumbing is still operable. If Simon was really worth 400 million, there is no way with all that information he would be with her. Birds of a feather flock together. That's all I'm saying. Y'all think that a 400,000 millionaire is gonna be on the Housewives of Atlanta? Tell me what other reality, y'all help me now, because I ain't gonna say it ain't out there because I don't watch all of them. So somebody tell me what other reality TV show where they got mess and drama and all this kind of stuff going on, where there is a 400,000 millionaire, 400 million, yeah. $400 million man is on a Real Housewife show. Tell me what show it is. Angel Love. I just really hope she don't procreate with me. I'm not trying to be mean, but girl. Tissy Tales, Tissy Tales broke it down about all of his so-called companies. None are in operation. I'm gonna have to go look at that. Thank you for that, Lynn. This isn't common. And she said none. Married for millions. She knew people would be curious. She waited too long to say that. She lied like railroad tracks. Oh, whoa. Oh, how about saying Porsha is going to try and get pregnant after she confirmed his money? Simon's getting exposure by being on this show. Absolutely. And he loves it. He loves it. When the show aired, Porsha was at home with her family watching the premiere. Simon was down at the local bar drinking, and they say allegedly that he had the bartender folk turn every TV in the bar on the show so everybody can see him. Now, why you wasn't at home co-parenting with your new fiance? He is a man. I don't understand that, B. Carter. Now you is worth that. No, Candy ain't worth no 400 million, B. Carter. Candy ain't worth 400 million. Candy is worth, well, when the show started, she was worth about 32 million. But even Candy says that ain't a lot of money. She said that it was asked, somebody was interviewing Escape, since they made their little comeback and they started around touring and whatnot. No, I don't think it was Escape. I think it was Watch What Happened Live with Andy Cohen. And Andy had, yes, it was Escape. Andy had Escape on Watch What Happened Live. And he mentioned that he knew that Candy had money, that she had done. I don't think Escape was on there. I think it was Candy and what's the other girl that's married to T.I.? Tiny. And he asked them out of the group who had the most money, who made the most money. And even Candy took her finger and pointed over to Tiny. Now, I don't think Tiny and T.I. is worth 400 million, but they got some good money. They got some good money. They ain't 400 million, though. That's right, High Vibe. When she came on the show, she was worth about 32 million. And now she got these other businesses. And of course, her pay for being on the Real Housewives of Atlanta has gone up, because I think she has now she's somewhere between $800,000 and $1 million an episode. Candy can't talk about anyone. She has slept with everyone's spouse. Tammy, I ain't saying nothing about Candy. We just talking about Candy and her money. When you make a lot of money, you spend a lot of money. Absolutely. And blogging on social media. Absolutely. I forgot about that stream of income Candy got coming in. Bedroom Candy. I forgot about bedroom Candy. And according to Candy, Bedroom Candy is about to make her as much money as she's made being in entertainment. So she might be up there. She may have doubled her income. She might be around 50 million, something like that. Because she's talked about how much money Bedroom Candy has made her. She says, it's about as much as I made being in entertainment. That's good. Big Carter. That's good money. But I will say this about Candy. She is smart. All right, whatever, it's been said. She's been around a while. She's been around. Okay. But she is smart, man. She is smart. Because other than, and I can't think of this chick name, I think she was on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The young lady that came out with the skinny margarita. Y'all know who that is? I can't think of that girl's name. But other than that girl that came out with skinny margarita, Candy is about the best reality TV show on all these housewife type spinoffs. Bethany. Other than Bethany, Candy is about the only other housewife type person on these reality TV shows, other than T.I. and Tiny, that has learned how to use this platform to do this. They're already on the top. I started from the top. Now I'm going into the atmosphere. Candy sat down and realized I got 48 million people looking at me. How are we gonna make this into some money? She has had spin-off shows. She got a baby clothing line for her son. Did y'all know that? The little boy has his own corporation. God dog. Riley is doing her thing with her weight and whatnot. Candace, smart businesswoman, but she have a large overhead. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. NY Finest, Lisa Vanderpump. Yes. Yes, I forgot clean about her because I didn't really watch that show. But yes, Lisa Vanderpump is another one. Yes. Yes. Outside Blaze Restaurant. Yes. And I'm happy to see on Love and Marriage Huntsville that Marceau is finally clicking in. Melanie was getting it. Marceau is now getting it with his restaurant Black and that champagne, chocolate in a bottle. You can't even get that now. CJ says I met her and she's very nice, humble, and down to earth. Is that Candy? Because I would agree. We're talking about Candy. I've not met Candy. Not met Candy. But what I've never heard anybody say about Candy is that she was a nasty artist. I've never heard anybody say she's a nasty artist and they don't want to work with her. So I believe that down to earth regular person is who she is. CJ, I really want to try that champagne. I do too. I went online. Funky Dineva is promoting it. I don't know if he's at first when he started promoting it, he promoted it just because he liked it. He ended up getting the bottle and tried it and liked it and just started telling folks about it. Now he may be a paid rep for them. I don't know. But he was promoting it and I went, he said, I had searched for it to try to get it and I couldn't get it. And I said, well, if he's promoting it, I might can get it through his link. So I clicked on the link and it took me to a page that said sold out. You can't buy one bottle. You can't buy a case. Sold out. My son needs to step up his services when I hear the restaurant is not good. The restaurant, if that's an issue with his restaurant, is only because he's not smart. He got a great idea. It's a great idea. But sometimes you got to spend a little money to make your great idea work and to work well. How in the world are you going to start in a restaurant? This is something you don't know how to do. This ain't what you do. You lay floors. You put up walls. You're not no restaurant tour. So why would you go and get your nephew who know less than you about how to run a restaurant to manage the restaurant? Why wouldn't you pay money to get you a manager? Make Jalen the assistant manager so he can work under him and he can learn. That makes sense. So it sounds like to me, Marceau trying to run this business on a shoestring budget. Because the only reason why you would make a decision to put somebody in that type of position that don't know nothing is so you don't have to pay him what you would have to pay a real manager. He doesn't have a male, he has a teacher. That's the difference. B. Carter said, money is an ambassador. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You got me responding like you can hear me shaking my head. Ace. Yes, Britt. Ace got his own clothing line. Yep. People may say the timing was off because of the pandemic, but meanwhile, my Sarah Pinky and her slutty vegan brand is growing leaps and bounds, and that because she's a businesswoman. Absolutely. Listen, y'all, there's some people that lost money in the pandemic, and there's some people that have become millionaires because they saw the problem, they created a way to meet the need, and that's it. That's all business is. You either solve a problem or provide a service. Now, sometimes you have to create a problem with an understanding that you have a solution to make it work. Y'all gonna catch that. Go listen to Lovely T sometime. I see a change in Tisha. Tisha is tired of being the meek, mild, stay-at-home mom. Marceau keeps trying to stuff her in that box. She keeps trying to pull out and fight her way out. But Martel keeps pushing her back in. Do y'all remember when they had that conversation and Tisha said, well, what was the purpose of me going to get my contractor's license? And Marceau said, well, I thought it was for fun. Woo! For fun. For fun. I don't believe Tisha is a dumb girl. I just believe Tisha is what's the word for it? She is her self-esteem is not high. And so she's timid and nervous. There's a word for it. Lord Jesus. Unsure of herself. Unsure of herself. Not naive. She's not naive. Tisha ain't naive. Tisha ain't naive. She know exactly what's going on. That's why she ain't rolled up to the club. Y'all remember Mel said, look, one of these nights when he ain't made it home and it's 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, go on up to the club and see. Don't y'all believe that we should have seen a scene where she went up to the club? Now she did. She showed up one day. Y'all remember? She showed up one day and he was sitting over there. What you doing here? I just came to see. She's unsure of herself because Marceau makes her feel like he always says he knows his wife is smart and he encourages her and he uplifts her and he does all this. And then he comes right behind that door and says something to chop her down. And it messes with her confidence. Yeah. She lacks confidence. Insecure. Yes, Lynn. That's another good word. Insecure. How about it? How about says teacher has been manipulated by Marceau. She said their relationship happened quickly, and then she started having kids. Keep them bare feet and pregnant and needing you. Doesn't that sound a little bit like Martel? The only problem, Martel has the mentality, but unlike Marceau, he doesn't have the ability. Because we see that it seems like Martel is more dependent on Melody financially. Because Melody said she had to keep the lights on at the house. And it sounds like what men complain about when they divorce, right? They trying to move on with the new woman, but they still got to pull back over here and pay a bill or two. And you asking them, well, man, why you paying the bill? You paying child support? Why you still paying the bill? Because my children live there. And if their mama ain't got no lights, they ain't got no lights. Good man. It's still some out there. That interview he did with his wife and his girlfriend was classic. Who did an interview with their wife and his girlfriend, girl? Who did that? Rumor has it that Marceau has and had a side chick. That's why Tisha is so insecure. Wait for it. It'll come out. They tell me that Marceau was down there at the club with Martel and Maurice and Destiny's husband. Down there where you can get it out any way you want it. Listen, y'all, come on in. I know we've been here for a long time and we're getting ready to wrap it up and go. If you haven't had an opportunity to hit the like button, would y'all do that for me? Hit the like button, hit the share button. I sure would appreciate it so very, very much. It just, y'all know the algorithm, YouTube's algorithm have changed. And so you got to put in the likes and all that stuff to kind of get your video out. So people can see it. And I know it's been a while since I've been here. So I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, y'all. I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. I told y'all last night that I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it more and more. So sometimes, you know what you have to do? Steve Harvey said it best. Sometimes you just got to jump. You just got to jump. You don't know if you're going to fall. You don't know if you're going to land on your feet. You don't know if you're going to twist over in the air and land on your head. But you ain't going to find out nothing until you jump. So y'all help me, okay? Marceau has a baby too, right? Now, how about I've heard that. But let me say that the channel that I heard that from, who prides themselves on saying that they got receipts, ain't showed not one yet. Not one. But now I don't know. I missed you. I have truly enjoyed you today. Thank you, CJ. I have too. Thank you so much. She's really smart. She dumbs down for him. I think so. I think so. Don't go. I just got here. Oh, come on. Listen, watch that replay. But hit the like button for me. I sure would appreciate it. Hit the share. Listen, if there's anybody in the live that happens to be here new and just happened to stumble across the live, thank you. I appreciate you. If you did nothing but just pop your head in to see what was going on, thank you so much. Y'all know what I say. To the extent this channel is a success, it's because of you. And I thank you guys for being willing to share your time with me and your thoughts and your feelings. I appreciate you so much. Thank y'all so much. Jump and build the parachute on your way down. Yes, CJ. Yes. Jump and build the parachute on your way down. Yes, CJ. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. I don't believe he has a baby because he had well, yeah, he had that on the show, but that don't mean the baby wasn't before that. Now he ain't got no new baby. They said his baby been around for a minute. If my son is messing around, he has his coleslaw in check. Absolutely. 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 Great live. Thanks so much, love. You're right. I forgot about that. Yeah, but that was on the show now. If the baby's supposed to be got a little age on her, that snip snip don't really mean nothing other than I don't want no more. Let me say I just got it. Dang. Oh man. Exactly, man. The combo was good tonight. Thank you, give me love. I appreciate you so much. Hey, I finally said like and subscribe. Good night. Yeah, man, it's been good. But listen, I'm telling y'all, I'm in it. I'm having fun. I'm gonna give y'all the content. It's coming. I'm. The more I do it, the more I like it, and the more I'm getting into it. Now, y'all know I might not be able to do it every week, but I'm gonna be more consistent. I promise y'all that. I'm gonna be more consistent. So it's coming. It's coming. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take a stab at it. Yes, Lynn. Yes, Lynn, I am. Because let me tell y'all what I'm gonna do. If y'all up for it and you would like to do it, hey, y'all want to come back and talk about what happens on part 2 of the reunion? Y'all want me to do a live on that? Or y'all think we do something else? We didn't beat Love and Marriage Huntsville to death. Tisha has no idea what Marceau makes. I know nothing. She don't know nothing. But she's spending money. The men today are no different from my own father that has outside children. Yes, yes, yes. Y'all want to see? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens on part 2. I think it's going to get gooder and gooder and gooder with Carlos. So I think we may have something to talk about. Okay? All right. All right, guys. Well, listen, it's been a good time. We've been here 3 hours, 13 minutes. We've talked. We've had a good talk, talked about some life stuff. We've hit on some things that I hope those individuals who may not be in the chat but on the live and just watch it, I hope you got something out of it. I try my hardest to address these issues in a way where we can hit them. You know what I'm saying? Where we can hit them and get something out of them, but have some fun doing it. And I hope y'all have had a good time because God in heaven knows I have. Ever since, listen, I miss my friend. Is that okay to say that? She irritated me and pissed me off. I think I should have responded a little better than the way I did. Uh, but I miss my friend. So I hope all is well. I hope she's doing well. I hope all is well with her And anytime she would like to come back on this channel to talk, I want to give her the platform. And I promise you, I ain't going to be no gaslighting. I'm going to give her an opportunity to say what she wants to say. But I will tell you this. Since the Black Angel has stopped chasing this TV fame, that boy been preaching. That boy been preaching. Y'all better hear what you say. What I loved it. I said it early, Nikki Pooh, probably maybe before you got on the live. I loved it. It felt like homegirl sitting around kikiing, and she wasn't letting them get away with nothing. She told Asa, come on, that girl. You know you ain't had no storyline. You went down there, started that mess, got your breast milk and left. Nikki hit them in the throat. Nikki said, talking specifically to Ashley, Karen, and what's the other girl? Not Wendy. Mia. If y'all had your own 100 million in the bank, would you be with these? And Ashley talking about, I was attracted to him. Uh-huh. Bring the house down and listen to him on YouTube in the spirit. Yes, he can. He's been preaching. I ain't gonna take nothing from him. He's been preaching, and that's what I like about it. Is what I didn't like is him chasing after this TV fame. Don't do that. Don't do that. And he wanted fame. He been fighting for it. Every time he found himself in a position to be on a TV show or have a TV show, oh, he loved it, and it just never would work. It wasn't his. It's not his bag. There's too much distraction and temptation. So God, I believe God closed the door because he's powerful in the spirit, and he just couldn't stay focused. And when all of this shenanigans happened with him, with Giselle on the Real Housewives of Potomac, and that fakeness that they put together called a so-called relationship, when it was fake, when your kids don't want you with their own daddy, they'll go somewhere. Go somewhere and spend that time learning how to put an outfit together. Do that for me. Night, Janet. Nikki said what Andy couldn't say. That was a setup putting a sister in the chair. Oh, baby, you right. And Andy never could have asked them black women. If you had your own 100 million in the bank, would you be with your husband? Because what Nikki ultimately was saying, I'll hold for that money. I mean, that's what she said. Right, Jamal being in the show never felt authentic to me. No, man, me either. I'm glad he walked away from that mess with Giselle. Now this calling, no, the whatever fame and fortune that God wants you to have and that he's gonna bring your way is gonna come through you preaching the word of God, teaching the word of God, and continuing to do the work in the community that you do. And I'm gonna tell you, Jamal, I'm talking to you. Anybody know him? Send him a clip of this. Every time you get focused on doing the work God put you in the earth to do, baby, you are off the chain. You blow up. But the very minute you get distracted, just like Peter, when that Peter on the boat, Lord, if it be you, let me come. And he got out there and started walking and doing great. Little wind came, he said, ooh, it started sinking. That's Jamal. That's Jamal. That's Jamal. As long as he stay focused on the calling God gave him, you can't stop him. But the minute he gets distracted and start trying to chase this earthly fame, he starts sinking. Y'all remember when Giselle Daddy snatched that mic off and snapped? What you say? And Exit said to them folks, I can't believe my daughter would believe it. Yes, it was Peter. You can't be preaching and having all these outside babies. No, that is not God's word. No, 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 no. He was doing too much. He was doing too much. And sometimes, if you won't come down, God will bring you down. Tell me that is so true. But he is not godly. You can't make excuses for him. How are you preaching to me and not following the word yourself? Pastors are held to a high standard. They are. They are. And he lost his way. But redemption is for everybody. Now, I don't know about nobody else's God they serve, but the one I serve is a God of another chance, not a second. Because I messed that one up a long time ago. A second chance. My God. I messed that second chance up a long time ago. I'm thankful that the mercies of God are renewed every morning. So redemption is to all. And right now, how many times is he going to be redeemed? As many times as it takes. As many times as it takes. Thank God for the work of the cross. You're right. The devil put distractions in Jamal's path, and he couldn't resist the women. He is a good word pastor. He got those blinders on now. That's all I'm saying. Then the disciples asked Jesus, how many times I got to forgive this brother who's offending me? How many times? As many times as it takes. Definitely not making excuses. I enjoy listening to his sermon. Just know God and only God will deal with tomorrow. And he gonna deal with it because you reap what you sow. New mercies is made. I'm telling you, pastors should be held to higher standard. However, they should not be out on a pedestal. Some black churches have a bad habit of doing just that. Absolutely. We make gods out of them. Those churches where they set the pastor up and they ask the folks to come by at their feet, where that at in the word? Where that at the word? In the word. Well, we supposed to bow at man's feet. No, we bow to Christ. We bow before our Lord. And ain't no man save me. Not damn one of these, not around here. Damn it, you are so correct. We are all saved by grace. Yes. Yes. Now y'all know I love Jamal and I always supported him and hoped that he would do good and hoped that a lot of stuff they were saying about him they wasn't saying, but it all came out to be true. And when it did, I wrote it. Listen, go back and look at my videos if y'all hadn't seen them. I read Jamal Bryant, the Riot Act, baby. The Riot Act. I got in it. But I'm thankful because I knew how talented he was, what God had put in him, because the brother can do what he do. He just can. And I know gifts and callings come without repentance, so you can still have the gift and be just as low down and dirty as you want to be. I get all that. And at a time, he was that, pimping God's gifts. Yeah, he was. But it seems like, and I can only say seen, because I can only go by what I've seen and heard, what's been put out there. So it seems like he's gotten himself together. And if that be true, then all I can say is thank you. Hallelujah. I want none to be lost. Ain't that right? These mega black churches, I just can't. I'm Team Jesus. I'm going to tell you something. Y'all may deal with these mega churches out here in these bigger states. I'm down here in Mississippi. We got a few mega churches, but not a lot. And where I live, we don't have none. And they still low down and dirty. So it ain't the church. It's the heart of a man. If his heart ain't right, he'll do anything. Don't matter if he preaching in a church with 5 folks or one with 5,000 or 50,000. If his heart ain't right, he ain't gonna do right. I can't deal with the prosperity preacher. They want to use a verse in the Old Testament, but they want to pick and choose. If you want to go by one, go by all. We have to understand that ministers are humans and are subject to error. They are God. Go down and dirty. Yes, ma'am, it be. Jamal had no option to stop it. From his new birth members, they was going to kick him out there. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It helped when the deacons brought him in and said, you are wonderful. But look right here what's in this contract. Look right here. Y'all remember when he went on live to address the binder that Monique had from the Real Housewives of Potomac on the reunion? And he said he used those. I told y'all, I did a video about it. I told y'all he used those legal words. I don't see anything though that was oh my God. I'll think about it in a minute. But he used some legal language. And he used that legal language because he was trying to address the issue so that new birth folks, he could try to get new birth folks to believe and understand that he had not breached that contract. I'm in Atlanta, I live in Dallas, Texas, and hadn't been to not one mega church and don't have a day set to go. What you say? Man, wow, now that's really sad. Even in the small church. Yes. Yes. In the upside down Bible. Yes. I got small churches. And these jokers ain't right. You got but 5 folks. And 2 of them is your wife and your child. And you still. Man, yes, as a man of God, he should be ashamed. But told Monique husband he was from B More into Pull Up. Baltimore, yeah. Who does that? He was, I'm telling you, Jamal had lost his way. But the loss of that church was enough to give him some snapback. Okay? That's all it was. You said you prayed because you felt like all you had done, could do at Baltimore, you had done. And you felt stagnant. And you needed to change. And God blessed you and opened the door. And you gonna mess that up too? Somebody got in his ear and told him, and he went somewhere and sat down and said, okay, all right, I'll focus on pastor. I'll focus on pastor. All right, y'all. It's been good. It's been great. I love you guys, man. I'm telling you, I love y'all, and there ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Listen, if you haven't had an opportunity, would you please, on your way out, would you hit the like button for me? Would you hit the share? And if anybody feels led to give, I would appreciate it so much. You hit my Cash App. Y'all see it up there, My Money Matters, or shoot me a PayPal at my email, using my email, aliciat@aol.com. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys so much. And I give you my word, I'm going to do better. Okay? I'm going to do better. I can't promise you a video every week, just because of my work schedule and things like that. I got a trial coming up, so I'm going to need the week to prepare. And I know y'all want me to do that. I want to try to keep these folks from going to jail if I can. But I promise you, I'm going to be more diligent in providing content. Okay. 2022 is going to be off the chain, y'all. Y'all hear me? All right. So stick with me. I ain't going nowhere. We're going to keep it rolling. Okay. All right. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Y'all stay tight, stay right. Okay. And I know that whatever you have set your heart to do, God's going to bless you. I believe that. Have a good night, y'all. I love y'all so much. And I will see y'all next time. Okay. All right. Look forward. I'm gonna try. But if I do, y'all listen that, because I got some stuff that I sure enough got to take care of. So if I come on and do a live tomorrow, it's probably only gonna be about an hour. That's all I'm gonna be able to give. Okay. Y'all, that's okay. Something better than nothing, right? The old folks say, better to have a piece of man than no man at all. Woo! Let's see here. Have you seen our buddy Deion Sanders? Love you. I have not. Listen, I went to the game. I went to Jackson to go to the classic with Alcorn. Lie down. Played against Jackson. But I was terribly off in my understanding of how many people were going to attend the game. So what I did was I thought I was going to be able to do like I had done in years past and get a ticket when I got there. Regular ticket, one of them $15 tickets. To my surprise, the ticket prices on the day of the game had rose to over $100. And although they would sell you the ticket, you didn't get a seat. So you understood that we're going to let you in, but you got to stand if you're going to be in here. It's my understanding, they broke the stadium record. At the Classic, the standing record was 63,000 and some number or something around there. And they said they hit 65 to 66,000 people in that stadium. It was awesome. And y'all, I want to tell y'all something. It was awesome. And I hope y'all hear my heart. It was awesome to see all of those, that sea of Black people, man, that came out to enjoy themselves and watch an HBCU football game, and we didn't have no issue. No issue. CJ, Braves for Life, class of 93. Braves for Life, class of 93. Class of 94. I finished in 93. I finished in the fall of 93, and I walked in the spring of 94. Oh, man, setting records out there. That dude is changing the culture, and I love it. I absolutely love it. More eyes on our conference mean being able to attract more quality players. Yeah, absolutely. It's about time. It's about time. And I'm thankful that he's ushering it in. I'm just happy. I'm happy. Now I'm thinking about how I can get out to Atlanta to further support them. Since when did they start doing that BS? What BS, CJ? Selling tickets over $100? Mm-hmm. Y'all know what the numbers were that Jackson made that weekend? Y'all know how it's high, man. It's high. They said Deion brought in, I don't want to lie because I don't remember it. I saw it, but it was somewhere between $30 to $50 million came into the city that week. $30 to $50 million came into Jackson. Come on and holler at me when you get here. All right. Woo, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. All good night, baby. That's what we do. You can find us anywhere you go, and you're welcome to stay. I love it. All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna end with the words of my YouTube friend, Funky Dineva. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. All right, y'all. Love y'all. God bless y'all. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good evening. Hopefully things will go right. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Okay. All right. Be blessed. Bye-bye. Let's see. What Tammy say? Man, I love to see prime boys out there. I love it, man. I'm telling you, man. And I'm not gonna take, I'm Team Alcorn, but I keep the same energy. Those boys are tight. Those boys are tight. And they're only gonna get better over time. I see that I see the quarterback when his junior year comes, if everything stays the same and he just continues to go, he's gonna come out of his junior year. I'd hope he stay 4, but if the climate is right, it won't make no sense for him to stay his senior year. Might as well go on and declare his junior year and get on out of here. Because that 4th year for a lot of athletes turn into their worst year. They end up getting hurt and their numbers go down. And that makes them slip in the draft. So, oh wow. Yeah. God bless. All right, guys. B. Carter said they need that money. We do. They do. It's much needed. It's much needed. And if they will continue to put it in the right place, it's going to be great. Dion is just bringing a different culture that's needed. And the fact that he's a black man and he himself comes from an area where a lot of these brothers have come from, he understands these brothers and know where they're coming from. And he's giving them things that's more than just teaching them how to run a football and how to throw it. Dion is working with these brothers on life issues. Now, you may not agree with his tactics, but I love it. When he brought that Instagram thought to the locker room to talk to the boys, to tell them that, listen now, many of y'all are going to be drafted, and you need to understand what's coming to you. Women like me that's coming for a bag. I thought that was wonderful, so that they understand how to keep their head on straight and understand what they're doing. If you're going to be over here popping off with the jump off, do that and understand that's what it is. And then put yourself in a position where you can protect yourself, right, and your money. And look for the one who's coming for what's real and what's going to last. I love it. Absolutely. Steve McNair. That was a man. I was at school with Steve. Yes, we graduated together. Yes, absolutely. And when Steve McNair was there, it was the same for Alcorn like it is now for Jackson. I mean, Dion is being Dion and is being much needed attention at HBCU and specifically small institutions. Absolutely. Yep. B. Carter said I wasn't mad at that. No, but there was some people trying to throw some shade. That talking about what they need to be telling. Yeah, right. You don't want our young men to know how to think when they come into that industry. Yeah, y'all want to keep them dumbed down because it's easier to use them that way. No, he's teaching them about life. He's teaching them about understanding how this money thing goes and works, so that when you come in, you can receive the best that the league has to offer, not the worst. And when your time is up, You are not like so many of them that have come out broke, busted, and disgusted and alone. Because the thought then went on and got the next first round draft pick. You graduated with Steve? Him, yeah. Yeah. Steve was in the graduating class in 94. I'm jealous. Yeah. I shared a class with Steve. Now, listen, I shared it, which means both our names was on the roster. I was in the class. Did you hear what I say? I shared it in that both of our names was on the roster. I had to show up to class. Steve didn't. He's over in the dorm room having keg parties all night through the week. He was really a nice guy. He never changed in spite of his proclivity. Steve was a cool dude. He really was. He was nice, man, down to earth. Had his girlfriend, his wife. He really wasn't a bad cat, and he didn't walk around with an arrogant attitude or nothing like that. You know, he just, the women love cool Steve. Prime Time has all the resources to help our brown black young men. You better preach, man. I'm telling you, he's doing the doggone thing. So what you saying, man? You Hall of Fame? I should be. I should be. I committed to supporting Steve McNair. I had never, in the entire time I've been there. Now, I love my football team, and I showed up to the football games as long as they was at home. But that senior year, Steve was headed to the Heisman. We had some young boys that was on campus that were rappers who decided to make a song about Steve. Yeah, do you remember the song? It was called "Give Him the Heisman." What you say? Baby. And me and my friends were committed, and we were going to every single game. We were not going to miss not one game he played in. We were going to see this greatness for ourselves. And we did. Everywhere they went, we went. It was a good time. That's all I can say. We had a great time. So I can only imagine how the students and the people in Jackson are feeling right about now. Because I've been there. I know how I feel. I know how I feel. I shared a class with him too. Yep. He wasn't in there either, was it? Oh my goodness. Yep. That was the year, man. It was everything was just popping for Alcorn, and everything fell in the right place. So that was it was just cool. It's a good time. It's a good time. So I understand how the people of Jackson feel right now. And I ain't gonna hate. We don't hate. We don't hate. It's a good feeling. And it's gonna be a positive result for all of us. All of the schools in the SWAC, I think, are gonna benefit from it. So ain't no need of hate. Just get on the train and enjoy the ride. All right, fam. God bless and good night. All right. I'm going for real this time. Y'all be blessed. Have a good day tomorrow, okay? Yes, he did. Steve put us on the map for sure. And then we ended up, I'm going to tell y'all this little story, and then we're going to go, okay? So a few years ago, we needed a new football coach. And the one that the school decided to pick was a white guy. And y'all know that was we wasn't used to that. We ain't had that. So it rubbed a lot of alumni the wrong way. And I was on a text thread where we talked about we kept updated on things that was going on with Alcorn. I loved it. But the question came across the thread about this white coach, and we need to do something to make sure this doesn't happen. We don't want it. I didn't know how to keep my mouth closed then either, because I said, well, let me say this. Okay, it would be nice for us to have a black coach and to be winning under a black coach. But we've had a black coach and we've been losing. We've been losing for years. So if this white coach has the ability, the skills, and the thought, and the methodology that he can apply that gets us to winning, then yeah, he what I want. Needless to say, I got removed from the thread. But you're wrong. That white boy got in there and got to working with them boys and fought to get them boys the weight equipment they need. I talked to him. I met him on the coast, and I talked. The alumni on the Mississippi coast down in Biloxi and Gulfport had a fundraiser for him, and I got a chance to meet with him. And I was talking to him about his method, and we were honest with each other. He said, I know I gotta build that respect and that love and that security that y'all know that I'm here for the kids and I'm gonna do right. He said, but I can't do nothing without the right equipment. So I at least need y'all to trust me enough to invest in these boards for me. He said, and I know because it's been told to me that people have invested money before and they don't know where it went because they ain't got no equipment. Our boys at a college level was working out on high school equipment. And that brother got in there and he got the money and he got the equipment and he put in the time and the love and the work. And baby, all what you say, them Alcorn Braves went straight to the top. And we won the SWAC championship. If I'm not mistaken, it was 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row. So all I'm saying is, if you want to win, it ain't about the skin. Oh, that'll preach right there. Y'all have a good night. God bless you. I love you. I hope y'all have a wonderful Saturday, okay? And hopefully, if everything pans out right, I'll see you tomorrow night. God bless you, everybody. Mwah.